The Marvel Knight. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 76. Escape. Ring, ring, ring. The security guard in the duty room rang the alarm. All the sleeping Axe Gang members climbed out of their beds. The Axe Gang's boss solemnly warned all his men, "The prisoner in the dungeon has escaped. Everyone go out and catch him immediately. If you can't catch him, just kill him. We must never let our secrets leak out." The Axe Gang sucked human blood and sold it to vampires, which has violated the bottom line of mankind. If outsiders knew about this, the entire Axe Gang would be dead without a burial place. Although the members of the Axe Gang didn't know what happened specifically, the boss had spoken, and these people under his command naturally had to obey. Hundreds of Axe Gang members immediately took action to capture the escaped prisoners. At the same time, Lu Nian brought the people in the dungeon to the back door. On the way, Lu Nian took out his mobile phone to call the police for help. The back door was locked, and Lu Nian was afraid that the noise would be too loud, so he didn't dare to knock the door open directly. Just when Lu Nian was at a loss, the alarm rang. Lu Nian immediately realized that his actions had been discovered. Lu Nian decided to force the back door open. How? Lu Nian concentrated all his strength on his right foot, then kicked the back door open with his right foot. Seeing that Lu Nian had such a terrifying strength, the people who followed Lu Nian to escape were stunned and speechless. Seeing this, Lu Nian immediately urged, "Why are you standing there in a daze? We have been discovered now. Everyone, hurry up and run with me." At Lu Nian's urging, everyone ran away. The four people from the Dragonfly Gang did not see Lu Nian kicking over the back door, but they saw Lu Nian and a group of people escaping from the back door of the Exquisite Hotel. "What should we do now? Why did this bastard kid run out with so many people? I feel like there seems to be something big going on here." "I agree. Then what should we do?" "Our mission remains the same. Protect the boy's safety." "What about the others?" "The life and death of others have nothing to do with us." Haha. Although it is a ruthless order, I like it. Lu Nian had just led his men to escape from the Exquisite Hotel, and the Axe Gang chased them out with weapons. Lu Nian still wanted to negotiate with the Axe Gang to delay time, but Lu Nian was too naive. The Axe Gang members drew their guns and shot without saying a word. Lu Nian reacted quickly and hid behind the flower bed on the roadside in time to avoid the bullets. But ordinary people don't have such good luck. Several bodies immediately lay on the ground. The 5 people who had their blood drawn in the dungeon just now were unable to move because of exhaustion, and were abandoned by their companions and thrown where they were. These 5 people were instantly shot into sieves by the Axe Gang with guns. At the critical moment, everyone was only concerned about protecting themselves, and no one cared about saving the 5 people. Damn it, how dare they shoot and kill people directly? Aren't they afraid of being discovered? Lu Nian showed his naive side again. The streets around the Exquisite Hotel are the sphere of influence of the Axe Gang. The Axe Gang kills people in this area without fear of the police coming to cause trouble. This is the unspoken rule of the New York Gang. If people from other gangs appear in the sphere of influence of the Axe Gang, it will trigger a war between the two gangs. Fortunately, the Dragonfly Gang and the Axe Gang are at war, so the people of the Dragonfly Gang are very happy to find something to do on the Axe Gang's territory. Lu Nian hid behind the flower bed, motionless. Lu Nian's strength is very strong, but no matter how good your kung fu is, you are afraid of pistols. What's more, the Axe Gang has not only pistols, but also shotguns, submachine guns and rifles, USP pistols, Winchester M1887 shotguns, Uzi submachine guns, AK-47. In the face of such powerful firepower, Lu Nian didn't dare to show his head at all. At this moment, Lu Nian felt a little regretful in his heart, regretting why he didn't follow Jenny's advice and bring a gun with him when he went out. After the first round of shooting, the Axe Gang killed at least half of the people. The others had found shelters, and it was difficult to kill them directly. The second in command of the Axe Gang immediately shouted, "Brothers, go up, Kill them all. Yes, the Axe Gang immediately rushed over with guns. Seeing this, Lu Nian immediately began to calculate various possibilities in his mind. In just a few seconds, Lu Nian thought of at least 3 escape routes. At this time, those who escaped with Lu Nian saw the Axe Gang killing people and began to resent Lu Nian. "It's all your fault. We were staying well in the dungeon. Why did you have to rescue us? Isn't this courting death?" "That's right, we were staying well in the dungeon. Why did you have to take us out to die?" When Lu Nian heard these people's complaints, his eyes widened and he felt incredible. At this moment, Lu Nian felt that his faith collapsed again. He had done good things. Why was he still complained about? Lu Nian couldn't figure it out. Human nature is evil. It is difficult for a naive and kind person like Lu Nian to survive in this society. At this moment, Lu Nian suddenly became ruthless and decided not to care about the ungrateful people he rescued. Lu Nian decided to escape by himself in a while. Lu Nian's escape plan was ready. When the Axe Gang came over, Lu Nian would kill a member of the Axe Gang with lightning speed and snatch the gun from his hand. Lu Nian learned shooting from Professor Caesar. Although he could not hit the target every time, his hit rate could reach 60% or more. In addition, after Lu Nian took the night potion, his reflex arc and brain calculation speed far exceeded that of ordinary people. Lu Nian can now be regarded as a pseudo-sharpshooter. An Axe Gang member holding an Uzi submachine gun gradually approached Lu Nian's hiding place. 3, 2, 1. Lu Nian silently calculated the distance between the other party and himself in his mind. When he counted to 1, Lu Nian suddenly moved. Lu Nian took the initiative. Lu Nian's sudden appearance made the members of the Axe Gang unable to react, and the Uzi submachine gun in their hands did not have time to fire. Lu Nian's right hand pinched the neck of the Axe Gang member, and his left hand grabbed the Uzi submachine gun and pointed it directly to the sky. Lu Nian's right hand exerted force and directly broke the neck of the Axe Gang member. At the same time, Lu Nian's left hand exerted force and snatched the Uzi submachine gun into his hand. Chapter 77 Armored Vehicle appears. The Axe Gang members immediately pointed their guns at Lu Nian. Da. Pa pa pa. Bullets flew towards Lu Nian like mercury pouring down from the ground. Seeing this, Lu Nian used the corpses as a human wall to block the bullets while using the Uzi submachine gun to fight back. The poor Axe Gang member was whipped by his companions after his death. But Lu Nian didn't care about that. With his superhuman vision and brain, Lu Nian could knock down at least 3 people with a burst of bullets. The Uzi submachine gun only has a capacity of 20 rounds. Using 20 rounds to knock down 3 enemies is a pretty good hit rate. Lu Nian, who had taken advantage, immediately started to act cute and hid behind the flower bed again and started to change bullets. There were hundreds of Axe Gang members chasing him. Lu Nian only knocked down 3 people, which didn't change anything. Lu Nian now just wanted to delay time until the police arrived at the scene. But Lu Nian was destined to be disappointed. When the police car arrived at the scene, they saw hundreds of Axe Gang members holding various guns on the street, and the police car turned around and left immediately. This is not something the police should be responsible for. When Lu Nian couldn't wait for rescue and called the police again for help, the police on the other end of the phone roared at Lu Nian directly. "We can't do anything about this kind of thing. You should call the National Guard or the army directly." At this time, Lu Nian realized that he had been abandoned by the police. Damn it, what should I do now? The police were Lu Nian's biggest savior, and they used to be. Now, Lu Nian can only rely on himself. While Lu Nian used the Uzi submachine gun to fight back, he began to plan the route of retreat. More than 100 members of the Axe Gang blocked all the main roads on the street. Lu Nian and others were now like turtles in a jar, unable to fly. "I surrender, don't kill me." A prisoner in the dungeon couldn't stand it anymore and took the initiative to stand up and surrender. "Ha ha ha, you surrender now? It's too late." Pa 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 pa. The prisoner was beaten into a sieve in an instant. Seeing this, the other prisoners hid behind the bunkers, trembling. "These beasts." Damn it. Seeing the Axe Gang killing people indiscriminately, Lu Nian was furious. The Uzi submachine gun in Lu Nian's hand kept spitting flames at the Axe Gang. The 4 elites of the Dragonfly gang witnessed the whole battle from 2 streets away. That guy is so lucky, he is still alive. Are the Axe Gang members too useless, or is that guy too strong? The Axe Gang members have been fighting with us for so long, they must be strong. I think it's because that guy is too strong. Should we help him? Wait a little longer. If we wait any longer, I'm afraid he won't be able to hold on. Don't worry, I think he can handle the Axe Gang members alone even if we don't do anything. Are you kidding? There are more than 100 people here, and they are all armed. Haha, don't say anything, just watch quietly. The 4 people from the Dragonfly gang continued to hide in a safe place and watch the show. While Lu Nian was shooting, he suddenly found that he had no bullets. Oh no, there are only so few bullets. The people from the Axe gang have always been afraid of Lu Nian because Lu Nian's shooting skills are too accurate. Lu Nian fired a magazine of bullets, and at least 3 people were knocked down. Lu Nian fired 4 magazines of bullets in total, and 15 people were lying on the ground. Suddenly, the sound of the Uzi submachine gun stopped. Seeing this, the second in command of the Axe gang immediately shouted, "This guy is out of bullets. Everyone, rush up. Whoever kills him will be the third in command of the Axe gang." However, the second in command had a loud voice, but no action was seen. Since ancient times, impulse is the devil, and the second in command knows this well. To be able to be the second in command, he must be extremely patient. So the second in command let his men rush up to die, and I will remain unmoved. Seeing that he had no bullets in his hand, Lu Nian decided to grab another gun and continue fighting. In Lu Nian's mind, he began to accurately calculate the distance between the enemy and himself, as well as the possibility of grabbing the gun. In just a blink of an eye, Lu Nian planned 3 plans to grab the gun. Just as the people of the Dragonfly gang expected, Lu Nian is now bloody. The Axe gang slaughtered ordinary people, which angered Lu Nian. Lu Nian now just wants to kill all the people of the Axe gang without leaving a single one alive. 4 Axe gang members approached the flower bed where Lu Nian was hiding with guns. 3, 2, 1. Lu Nian counted 3 numbers in his mind and started to act. Lu Nian rushed to the Axe gang member closest to him at a very fast speed. This Axe gang member wanted to shoot immediately. Lu Nian was quick-eyed and quick-handed. He stretched out his hand to grab the barrel of the gun and pointed the gun at the other 3 Axe gang members. At such a close distance, there was no escape. The other 3 Axe gang members immediately fell in a pool of blood. Seeing this, the Axe gang members in the distance raised their guns and shot over. Lu Nian used this Axe gang member as a human shield to block the bullets. This guy who had just killed 3 teammates also enjoyed the feeling of being betrayed by his teammates. Lu Nian pushed the body forward with force, and at the same time quickly bent down to pick up the other 3 guns on the ground, then rolled on the ground a few times and returned to hide behind the flower bed. With 4 guns in hand, Lu Nian instantly had the confidence to fight to the end. Seeing this, the second in command of the Axe gang secretly groaned in his heart. How can this kid be so powerful? He has killed no less than 20 of us. No, I must find a way to deal with him. The second in command immediately called the first in command for help. 10 minutes later, boom, boom, fuck, it's really a military armored vehicle. Are the people from the Axe gang crazy? Lu Nian found a military armored vehicle appeared in front of him. In order to keep the secret, the people from the Axe gang did not hesitate to use military armored vehicles. Lu Nian is facing the biggest crisis in history. Lu Nian's flesh and blood body can't compete with the steel body of the military armored vehicle. Lu Nian is trapped in a dead end. At the same time, Lu Nian roared in his heart, "No, I absolutely can't die here. I must make the evil deeds of the Axe gang public." The military armored vehicle stopped in the middle of the street and was not in a hurry to take action. "What are you waiting for? Go up and kill him." Second in command, the boss has given an order. If possible, try not to open fire on the street, because the impact of armored vehicles firing is too great. The boss is worried that it will attract the National Guard and the army. Chapter 78 The tragic second in command. When Lu Nian saw the military armored vehicle appear, Lu Nian felt that the faith in his heart began to collapse. It was just an ordinary street gunfight, but the Axe Gang actually dispatched a military armored vehicle. The 4 people from the Dragonfly Gang were also shocked when they saw the Axe Gang dispatching a military armored vehicle. Are the people from the Axe Gang crazy? They actually dispatched a military armored vehicle, even if it is early in the morning. If someone finds out, the Axe Gang will be in trouble. It seems that the kid has the Axe Gang's handle in his hand, so the Axe Gang did not hesitate to dispatch a military armored vehicle. Yeah, I think so too. Then what should we do now? Should we continue to watch the show? We can't continue to watch the show. If we wait any longer, that kid will definitely die. How about this? The 4 of us will split into 2 groups. The first group of 3 people will attract the firepower of the Axe Gang. The other group of 1 person will wait for an opportunity to rescue the kid. Okay, then let's start. The 4 masters of the Dragonfly Gang finally started to take action at this time. Under the cover of military armored vehicles, the Axe Gang members approached Lu Nian's hiding place. Although Lu Nian fired back, it was like tickling in front of the military armored vehicles, and it was useless. Lu Nian's brain immediately began to work quickly, calculating the probability of escape. However, the result made Lu Nian feel a little desperate. Am I, Lu Nian, going to die here today? Just when Lu Nian felt desperate, gunshots were heard from behind the Axe Gang members. Someone is attacking from behind. Everyone, be careful behind you. Fight back quickly. The Axe Gang members immediately panicked, and the military armored vehicles also stopped temporarily. Lu Nian heard gunshots in the distance, and began to wonder what was happening in the distance. Is someone attacking the Axe Gang? Are they here to save me? Impossible. Is it possible that a rival gang is here to take advantage of the situation? Yes, there is such a possibility. Whatever, since I have this good opportunity, I must find a way to escape. Taking advantage of the time when the military armored vehicle stopped, Lu Nian immediately ran back along the road, from one flower bed to another. The attention of the Axe Gang was attracted by the members of the Dragonfly Gang behind them, and they did not notice that Lu Nian was running away. The people in the military armored vehicle did find that Lu Nian was running away. However, the military armored vehicle could not open fire easily, so they could only watch Lu Nian run away step by step. The people in the military armored vehicle immediately poked their heads out and roared, "Hurry up, that guy is running away." Pa pa pa. Seeing this, Lu Nian immediately fired a volley of bullets. The people in the military armored vehicle reacted quickly and immediately became turtles, escaping the disaster. Oh, what a pity. Lu Nian felt sorry for not killing the target. However, Lu Nian did not dwell on this issue and continued to run away. Damn it, bastard, I'll kill you. Lu Nian's action just now angered the driver of the military armored vehicle. The heavy machine gun on the military armored vehicle began to rotate and aimed at the place where Lu Nian was hiding. Lu Nian's heart suddenly tightened. Not good, there is danger. Lu Nian immediately hid behind the flower bed and no longer risked running away. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The sound of heavy machine guns immediately resounded through the night sky. Crazy, crazy, they are crazy. Seeing that the military armored vehicle actually opened fire, everyone had such thoughts. The power of heavy machine guns is beyond doubt. If an ordinary person is hit by a heavy machine gun, except for the limbs, he will definitely die. Even if he is lucky enough to be shot in the limbs, he will face amputation. If it is other parts, he will be sent directly to see God. If he is shot in the neck, his head will be knocked off. If the body is shot in the abdomen, the body will be broken into 2 halves. If the head is shot, the head will explode. Lu Nian dare not joke with his own life. Although Lu Nian fights bravely, it does not mean that Lu Nian is not afraid of death. Lu Nian holds his head with both hands, hides behind the flower bed, and does not move. Lu Nian holds his head with both hands because the sound of the heavy machine gun shooting is too loud. Lu Nian covers his ears with his hands to protect his hearing. The second in command of the Axe Gang immediately felt bleeding when he heard the military armored vehicle open fire. The heavy machine gun used by the military armored vehicle is 12.7 mm in caliber, and the price of a heavy machine gun bullet is $2. The rate of fire of the heavy machine gun can reach 600 to 900 rounds per minute. For the second in command, These are all money. Seeing his men wasting money like this, the second-in-command felt chest tightness and depression. Stop it now. Unfortunately, the sound of the heavy machine gun was too loud, drowning out the roar of the second-in-command. The heavy machine gun stopped only after a round of bullets was fired. No need to think too much. The people in the military armored vehicle must be loading bullets. The second-in-command immediately rushed to the military armored vehicle and roared at the car, "Stop it!" Then, the second-in-command was in tragedy. Lu Nian had been waiting for this opportunity. Lu Nian raised the AK-47 in his hand without hesitation and fired wildly at the second-in-command. The second-in-command was determined to stop the military armored vehicle from shooting, and completely ignored Lu Nian's existence. Now, he paid the price of his life. The second-in-command of the Axe Gang, who dominated Brooklyn, New York for 13 years, died at the hands of Lu Nian in the early morning of February 16, 2013, at the age of 41. The death of the second-in-command inspired the fighting spirit of the Axe Gang members. The second-in-command is dead. Everyone get up and avenge the second-in-command. Charge. Of course, these people's revenge for the second-in-command was fake. The real purpose of these people was to grab the position of the second-in-command. Seeing this, the Dragonfly Gang members immediately increased their offensive firepower, hit hard, attract their attention. Don't let them rush over. At this time, the Dragonfly Gang member who came to rescue Lu Nian finally arrived at a position only half a street away from Lu Nian, and no one noticed his arrival. After the military armored vehicle was loaded with bullets, the heavy machine gun began to spit out flames again, and Lu Nian hid behind the flower bed again, holding his head with both hands, motionless. At this time, more than a dozen brave Axe Gang members rushed up under the cover of heavy machine guns. The dungeon prisoners who escaped with Lu Nian were caught and killed one by the Axe Gang. Now, only Lu Nian is left. The Axe Gang gradually surrounded him from all sides, and Lu Nian is facing a real life and death situation. This time, can Lu Nian escape? Chapter 79. First encounter with Professor X. Seeing that the Axe Gang members were getting closer and closer to him, Lu Nian decided to fight to the death. Lu Nian held an AK in his left hand and an Uzi in his right hand, ready to take the lead and launch an attack. Just when Lu Nian was about to take action, an accident happened. The members of the Axe Gang, stimulated by something, dropped their guns and knelt on the ground. When Lu Nian saw this scene, his mouth opened wide. Lu Nian absolutely did not believe that the Axe Gang would let him go, but the facts before him forced Lu Nian to believe it. Not only the members of the Axe Gang, but also the two Axe Gang members in the military armored vehicle came out and knelt on the ground. Lu Nian complained in his heart, "It's really a ghost." But even so, Lu Nian did not dare to walk out from behind the flower bed. "Come out, little guy." At this time, a kind-looking old man appeared on the street in a wheelchair. "Who are you?" "Me? My name is Charles Francis Xavier." "Charles Francis Xavier? Never heard of him." "Haha, you definitely haven't heard of him." "I have another name. I guess you may have heard of it." "Oh, Professor X." "Sorry, I haven't heard of Professor X either." "It doesn't matter, it's not too late for us to know each other now." "Professor X, did you kill the Axe Gang?" "Of course." "Besides me, will anyone else help you here?" "Why do you want to help me?" "Because you are a mutant." "Me? Mutant? What is a mutant?" "In short, mutants are a very special group. As for the specific situation, let's talk about it in detail when we get to a safe place. This is obviously not a place suitable for chatting." Okay. Lu Nian didn't know why, but he had a natural sense of trust in Professor X. Lu Nian threw away the AK and Uzi in his hand and walked out from behind the flower bed. Professor X came to Lu Nian in a wheelchair. "Haha, what a good guy. Thank you for the compliment." "Then let's go now." "Where to?" "A place where we can chat." When the Axe Gang members stopped shooting, the Dragonfly Gang members also stopped shooting. Professor X used his superpowers to make all the gunmen, except Lu Nian, put down their weapons and kneel on the ground. In full view of the public, Professor X and Lu Nian disappeared on the street. When Professor X and Lu Nian left for more than 10 minutes, the Axe Gang and the Dragonfly Gang members recovered. However, Their memories of this period did not exist. They did not remember what had just happened. The Axe Gang members were stunned for a moment and continued to rush up. However, when they rushed to Lu Nian's hiding place, they found that there was no one here. How is it possible? Where is he? Did he grow wings and fly away? Absolutely impossible. With so many of us watching, how could he run away? But he is definitely not here. Look for him. Look for him quickly. He must not have run far. The Axe Gang members immediately scattered and looked for Lu Nian. The Dragonfly Gang members saw that Lu Nian had disappeared and immediately withdrew. Why did that guy disappear? Who cares? Since he's fine, there's no need for us to cause more trouble. After all, this is the Axe Gang's territory. That guy is amazing. He was surrounded by so many people, but he was able to run away. Yeah, he's pretty amazing. The Dragonfly Gang withdrew. Professor X and Lu Nian came to a 24-hour fast food restaurant 2 blocks away. Okay, we can have a good chat now. Professor X? Yeah, you can call me Professor X from now on. You said I'm a mutant? Yes. What exactly are mutants? Mutants are a special group. There is a hidden X gene in everyone's body, but the X gene in most people's bodies is not activated. My X gene is activated? Professor X nodded silently. So I'm a mutant now? Yes. Lu Nian was skeptical about what Professor X said, but Lu Nian didn't have any intention of refuting Professor X. Lu Nian began to think about all the information about the night potion in his mind. Finally, Lu Nian came to a conclusion. The night potion made by Professor Caesar only said that it can help me gain strength, but it did not mention the X gene. Could it be that the effect of the night potion is to activate the X gene in my body? Professor X saw that Lu Nian was silent, so he wisely chose to remain silent, giving Lu Nian time to slowly digest all this. Finally, Lu Nian spoke. Professor X, you saved me, not just to tell me that I am a mutant. Of course I wouldn't be so boring. Professor X, if you need my help, just tell me. As long as I can do it, I will definitely help you. Hearing this, Professor X waved his hand and said with a smile, haha, you misunderstood. I saved you not because I want to ask you for something, but because I hope you can enter the X Academy to study. X Academy? X Academy is the only mutant school in the world. Because mutants are an extremely rare race, every mutant is very precious and needs protection. In X Academy, every mutant can be provided with all-round protection. What do you think? Do you want to enter X Academy to study? Hearing this, Lu Nian fell silent. Lu Nian didn't know whether Professor X was a friend or a foe. Although Professor X didn't exude any hostility, Lu Nian didn't dare to gamble. Professor X, I'm sorry, I don't want to enter X Academy. Why? You saw that so many people besieged you just now, just because you are a mutant. Lu Nian was about to explain, but the words came to his lips, but he couldn't say them. Lu Nian thought for a while and said, Professor X, I don't want to study in X Academy for the time being. Maybe one day in the future, when I figure it out, I will go to X Academy to study. But now, I don't want to go to X Academy. Okay, I won't force you, but it's best not to leak the fact that you are a mutant, because humans are not very friendly to mutants. Okay, I'll pay attention. Professor X reminded Lu Nian of something again, and then left. Although Professor X could use his superpowers to control Lu Nian to go to X Academy, Professor X didn't do so. Professor X felt that there was something unusual about Lu Nian. Professor X could see through everyone's thoughts and memories, but Professor X couldn't see through Lu Nian's thoughts and memories. What a strange guy. Professor X developed a strong interest in Lu Nian. Chapter 80: The Trajectory of History. After breaking up with Professor X, Lu Nian dragged his tired body back to Jenny's house. Jenny sat alone at home, worried about Lu Nian's safety and didn't fall asleep. Seeing Lu Nian coming back, Jenny immediately rushed over and hugged Lu Nian tightly. Lu Nian, why did you come back just now? Lu Nian looked at the beauty in his arms and asked with a little curiosity, Jenny, didn't you sleep all the time? You sat there waiting for me all the time? Jenny nodded gently. I'm worried about you. I can't sleep. I'm fine. You still say you're fine. I heard from my uncle, you and the Axe Gang were fighting on the street. Haha. Lu Nian heard this and grinned. Lu Nian, what are you laughing at? Did your uncle send someone to follow me? I asked my uncle to send someone to follow you. The purpose is to protect you. Yes. Thank you, Jenny. Did they help? Yes. Seeing that Lu Nian was unwilling to say more, Jenny was smart and didn't ask more. Lu Nian, you are tired. Let's have a good rest tonight. Jenny felt distressed when she saw that Lu Nian's body was covered with blood. In fact, the blood on Lu Nian's body was not Lu Nian's, but splashed in the vampire bar. But Jenny didn't know. Jenny thought that Lu Nian was seriously injured, so his body was covered with blood. Lu Nian saw Jenny's eyes and immediately understood. Jenny, I think you misunderstood. The blood on my body is not mine, but others. Oh, then you must be injured too. I'm not injured. Really? Really? Jenny was skeptical about what Lu Nian said. Lu Nian thought about it and decided to prove that what he said was true with practical actions. Without saying anything, Lu Nian picked up Jenny and walked into the bathroom. Come and check to see if I have any wounds on my body? It seems not. I've said it before. I'm not injured. Since I'm not injured, then The next morning, Lu Nian climbed out of bed refreshed. Lu Nian, why did you get up so early? Do you have anything to do today? I don't know. Maybe I have something to do. After the conversation with Professor X last night, Lu Nian began to question his own abilities. This was the first time that Lu Nian came into contact with the word mutant. This was the first time that Lu Nian knew that there were more special people in this world than just himself. Professor X's powerful abilities made Lu Nian deeply afraid. If Professor X wanted to deal with me, would I have no power to resist at all? Lu Nian couldn't help but have such thoughts in his mind. Facing more than 100 members of the Axe Gang, Professor X had no pressure to deal with them. This powerful strength made Lu Nian yearn for it. If I had such a strong strength, I wouldn't have been so embarrassed last night. The Axe Gang used military armored vehicles, which made Lu Nian feel that the world was far from being as peaceful as it seemed. If possible, Lu Nian hoped that he could become even stronger, so strong that he could freely uphold justice. February 17th was a special day. Students from Shancheng High School in Queens, New York, organized an extracurricular activity to visit a science exhibition. A teenager named Peter Parker was deliberately abandoned by his classmates. While wandering aimlessly alone, Peter Parker was accidentally bitten by a radioactive spider. This is the beginning of a legend in New York. At the same time, a New York businessman named Tony Stark boarded a plane to South Asia. Tony Stark was on an important mission this time. Tony Stark needed to inspect the effect of the microchip developed by Stark Industries in actual war. As soon as Tony Stark left the United States, the Mandarin learned the news through his subordinates' reports. The Mandarin immediately began to lay out and planned to capture Tony Stark alive. After Lu Nian got up, he planned to go out for some fresh air. Jenny was worried about Lu Nian going out alone, so she pestered Lu Nian to go out together. Lu Nian was still thinking about the Axe Gang. Lu Nian became the only person who knew about the Axe Gang extracting blood from living people and selling it to vampires. The Axe Gang would not let Lu Nian go, both emotionally and rationally. Lu Nian would not let the Axe Gang go either. The two sides are now in a situation of a fight to the death. The Dragonfly Gang is now also involved. In fact, even if there is no Lu Nian incident, there will be a battle between the Dragonfly Gang and the Axe Gang. But now, there are more grievances and entanglements between the Dragonfly Gang and the Axe Gang, and the ultimate battle between the two sides is about to break out at any time. Garland has learned the whole story from the four men, but Garland doesn't know about the vampire yet. That kid Lu Nian played in the bar until the early morning hours and came out, and he was covered in blood when he came out. Then he rushed directly into the lair of the Axe Gang, triggered a big battle. Is this kid crazy, boss? Who says he isn't? This kid is a lunatic. In the end, the Axe Gang even drove out military armored vehicles. This kid must have known some secret of the Axe Gang, otherwise, the Axe Gang would not have sent out military armored vehicles. How did he escape in the end? Didn't you fail to rescue him? I don't know. My mind was blank at the time. When I woke up, the Axe Gang were hunting for that kid everywhere. That kid escaped successfully. Awesome. He was surrounded by more than 100 people with guns, but he was still able to escape. This kid is awesome. Boss, what should we do now? The Axe Gang might suspect us. What are you afraid of? The last time the Axe Gang came to my restaurant to make trouble, did they give me face? If they dare to make trouble again, we will kill them, Garland said with a fierce look in his eyes. At this point, Garland finally showed off his gangster style. Swear allegiance to the boss. Long live the boss. Long live the Dragonfly Gang. Garland waved his hand to quiet his men down. Now is not the time to talk about this. The four of you continue to protect Lu Nian, huh? Question mark. Boss, you still want us to protect that lunatic? Since the Axe Gang is willing to use military armored vehicles, it means that this kid must have important secrets. You must protect him. Maybe with this secret, we can completely eliminate the Axe Gang. Then why don't you just call the kid and ask him? Garland shook his head. First, he doesn't know that I sent you to protect him secretly. Second, he doesn't know me very well and may not listen to me. Chapter 81 Looking for Helpers. Lu Nian and Jenny were walking on the streets of Brooklyn. Valentine's Day had just passed, and the number of couples on the streets of Brooklyn was clearly on a downward trend. Lu Nian, what's wrong with you? Jenny keenly observed that Lu Nian's expression was a little off. Lu Nian hesitated. Regarding the vampires, Lu Nian thought it would be better not to tell Jenny. Lu Nian, if you don't want to tell me, forget it. But I hope you understand that I will always stand by you. I know. Thank you, Jenny. Lu Nian took Jenny into his arms. It must be said that after going through so many things, Lu Nian's social experience and life experience have become richer and richer. Things like picking up girls. Lu Nian can do it without a teacher. From the fact that the Axe Gang did not hesitate to use military armored vehicles to kill people and silence them, Lu Nian speculated that there must be a connection between the Axe Gang and vampires. Lu Nian hated the Axe Gang's brutal behavior of forcibly extracting human blood and the vampire clan's crazy behavior of drinking human blood. As the bar owner said before, there is bound to be a war between humans and vampires. Lu Nian had too many things on hand, and it was difficult for him to sort out his thoughts for a while. Lu Nian didn't know where to start. Jenny and Lu Nian wandered aimlessly, and before they knew it, they walked to the vicinity of the Exquisite Hotel. Jenny immediately reminded him vigilantly, Lu Nian, it's a little dangerous here. Let's leave here as soon as possible. Lu Nian smiled slightly and said, it's okay. They may not have the energy to take care of us now. All the people in the Axe Gang were sent out to capture Lu Nian. The most dangerous place is the safest place. The people in the Axe Gang would never dream that Lu Nian would bring his girlfriend to the Axe Gang headquarters for a walk. The members of the Dragonfly Gang who were secretly responsible for protecting Lu Nian saw this scene and couldn't help but sweat for Lu Nian and Jenny in their hearts. This lunatic, he is so arrogant. Jenny saw that there was no panic on Lu Nian's face, and she was relieved immediately. Since the man next to her was chosen by Jenny herself, Jenny would naturally choose to trust this man without reservation. Lu Nian held Jenny's hand and walked past the Exquisite Hotel. The traces of the battle last night had been cleaned up. The trees and flower beds on both sides of the street were repaired. The bodies were moved away and the blood was cleaned. The military armored vehicles seemed to have never appeared on the street, but Lu Nian could still smell the strong smell of blood from last night in the air. Jenny, it was here last night that I fought with the Axe Gang for more than an hour. Lu Nian's tone was a little casual, but Jenny could feel the danger. Jenny had already known about Lu Nian's feat last night from Garland. Lu Nian, if possible, don't do this again in the future. I will worry about you. Sorry, I won't do it again in the future. In fact, it was not all my responsibility last night. I came here last night just to investigate some things, but I found out the secrets of the Axe Gang. So the Axe Gang came out in full force to kill you? Lu Nian nodded silently. What did you find out, Jenny? There are some things I think you'd better not know. Seeing that Lu Nian was unwilling to say more, Jenny did not ask any more questions. At this time, a figure suddenly appeared in Lu Nian's mind. Oh, right, Daredevil. Maybe he can help me. Lu Nian urgently needs a strong helper to fight against the Axe Gang and vampires. From the only information Lu Nian knew, vampires are a huge population. Vampires have strengths and weaknesses. Although Lu Nian has not encountered two powerful vampires so far, Lu Nian will not be so arrogant as to think that he is now invincible. The lesson of King Concat made Lu Nian dare not underestimate the world easily. Lu Nian quickly took Jenny back to the apartment. Lu Nian called lawyer Matthew Murdoch. "Hello, is this Mr. Matthew Murdoch?" "Yes." "Are you Lu Nian?" "Yes, I'm Lu Nian. You're calling me at this time. Is there something important?" "Mr. Matthew Murdoch, you are amazing. I do have something important to say, and it's a very important thing, but I'm not talking to you. I want to talk to your friend Daredevil." "Do you want to meet Daredevil?" "Yes." "When?" "The sooner the better." "Then tonight." "Send me your address and I'll ask Daredevil to find you tonight." "Thank you so much, Mr. Matthew Murdoch. My girlfriend and I are living in an apartment in North Brooklyn now. You can tell Daredevil that we'll meet at the food truck stand in Brooklyn Park in the evening." "Okay, I'll be sure to pass on your message." After hanging up the phone, Lu Nian instantly felt much better. With Daredevil's help, neither the Axe Gang nor the vampires are a concern at all. Although Lu Nian was still feeling a little heavy, he was much better than before. Jenny clearly felt the changes in Lu Nian. "Lu Nian, are you okay?" "Jenny, I'm fine. Since you're okay, let's go out for dinner." "Okay." Jenny and Lu Nian took a taxi to Garland's restaurant. "Uncle, we're here. Come to eat at your uncle's again?" "Okay." "Go in and order whatever you want." Jenny deliberately slowed down her pace and waited for Lu Nian to go in first. "Uncle, I feel like there's something unknown between Lu Nian and the Axe Gang." "Do you know what's going on here?" Garland shook his head. "I don't know either, but my guess is the same as yours. Something extraordinary must have happened between this guy and the Axe Gang." Jenny heard this and did not continue to ask Garland, but hurriedly caught up with Lu Nian. Jenny took the lead and ordered a table of sumptuous dishes for Lu Nian. Seeing this, Lu Nian did not refuse again. At the same time, at the headquarters of the Axe Gang, the exquisite hotel on E105th Street, several high-ranking members of the Axe Gang gathered together to discuss something. "Boss, we have confirmed it." "What's the situation?" "The guy's name is Lu Nian. Do you have any information about his family?" "He is an orphan and has no relatives." "Asshole, if you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 82 Night Talk, February 17th, in Brooklyn Park, New York, LV Nian and Daredevil met again. Daredevil's unique outfit made LV Nian recognize him at a glance. "Good evening, Daredevil." "Good evening, LV Nian." "Daredevil, I have very important things to talk to you about today." LV Nian added "and varies" in one breath, indicating that what he was going to say next was very important. "Just tell me what you want to say." "I'm listening." "Daredevil, have you heard of vampires?" "Vampires? Aren't they creatures that only exist in novels? If I tell you that I have seen vampires, and many vampires, will you believe me?" "What? Question mark. You have seen many vampires?" LV Nian, are you kidding me? When Daredevil heard this, his first reaction was that LV Nian was joking with him. But when Daredevil saw LV Nian's serious expression, he immediately realized the seriousness of the matter. "Lu Nian, have you really seen vampires?" "Where?" "In a bar in Brooklyn. The whole bar was full of vampires." "How do you know they are vampires?" "They were drinking human blood." "Drinking human blood? The blood of living people?" "That's the second thing I want to tell you. I found someone who specializes in extracting human blood and selling it to those vampires." Daredevil's face immediately turned as cold as frost when he heard this. "Who is it?" "The Axe Gang." "Do you have any evidence?" "I saw with my own eyes that the Axe Gang sucked human blood in the dungeon, and then transported the blood to the vampire bar." "Damn the Axe Gang. But are you sure about the vampire thing? This is a big deal." "Yes, I fought with that large group of vampires." "Ah? Then what?" "I killed them all." "You alone?" "Yes, I saw those vampires drinking human blood, and I couldn't control my anger, so I went on a killing spree." "Didn't the police investigate this matter?" "So many vampires died. The owner of that bar should have disposed of all the vampire bodies." "Bar owner?" "Yes, The bar owner said that vampires are afraid of sunlight. Vampires will automatically burn to ashes in the sun. I think the bar owner must have disposed of all the bodies, so the police didn't find out. Is that so? Daredevil immediately began to analyze the matter calmly in his mind. Daredevil believed what Lu Nian said. Daredevil can easily analyze whether Lu Nian is telling the truth or a lie by looking at his tone of voice, facial expressions, and small movements of his hands. Daredevil, what should we do now? I guess the vampires must be a large group. It's hard for the two of us to do anything with just the two of us. We can take our time with the vampires. But the Axe Gang betrayed the interests of mankind. These bastards must not be allowed to live. I thought so too. Daredevil, you didn't see how pitiful those humans who had their blood sucked by the Axe Gang were. Lu Nian, don't worry. Although we have decided to deal with the Axe Gang, we have to take a long-term view on this matter and can't rush it. Not only do we have to deal with the Axe Gang, but we also have to see if there are other people involved behind the Axe Gang. Yes, I overlooked these. Lu Nian, go back first and don't conflict with the Axe Gang for the time being. I'll go investigate the Axe Gang first. When things are clear, I'll let Mr. Matthew Murdoch contact you. Then the two of us will join forces to eliminate the Axe Gang. Okay. With Daredevil's guarantee, Lu Nian was completely relieved. By the way, I said I would train you, but I never got around to it. Too many things have happened recently. I know. Let's wait for this period of time. I will train you well. Okay. Then I'll go first. If you have anything, you can always contact Mr. Matthew Murdoch. He can find me. Okay. Daredevil leaped and disappeared into the night. After Daredevil left, Lu Nian returned to Jenny's apartment. Lu Nian, you're back. Jenny didn't sleep, and sat in the hall waiting for Lu Nian to come back. Yeah. Did you go to cause trouble for the Axe Gang? No, I just went out to meet an old friend. Lu Nian, if you want to deal with the Axe Gang, you can find my uncle. My uncle has been wanting to cause trouble for the Axe Gang for a long time. Jenny, I don't like to interfere in the feuds between gangs, but you and the Axe Gang are already in a situation of life and death. I know. In that case, why don't you join forces with my uncle to deal with the Axe Gang? After all, you are alone and powerless. Let me think about it. If there is really a need, I will find your uncle. Lu Nian, please, don't get into trouble. After Jenny finished speaking, she threw herself into Lu Nian's arms. Seeing this, Lu Nian's heart softened. Jenny, I promise you, I will never do anything risky. Lu Nian is now like all men who fall in love for the first time. He will love his first love very much. Jenny nodded obediently in Lu Nian's arms. I believe you. Another romantic night passed, and Lu Nian climbed out of the bed refreshed. After handing all his worries to Daredevil, Lu Nian suddenly found that he seemed to have nothing to do. Lu Nian, what's wrong? Jenny, I don't seem to have anything to do now. Oh, why? Aren't you working? Work? Lu Nian suddenly remembered his previous goal, to punish evil and promote good, and to fight crime. But this goal was shattered when Lu Nian was framed by the police and imprisoned in the police station. Now Lu Nian doesn't want to be foolish to uphold justice. Justice must be upheld. But Lu Nian will only uphold justice when it is necessary. Lu Nian, why don't you come to work with me? Be a waiter in your uncle's restaurant? Yeah, come on. If I go there to be a waiter, how can I have the nerve to continue eating there for free? Your uncle will despise me, right? That's true. Hey, I'd better find something else to do. Lu Nian, yeah? What's wrong? I'm going back to work tomorrow. Okay, I'll accompany you to and from get off work every day in the future. Okay. Chapter 83 Old Acquaintance. Lu Nian and Jenny went out and came to the fast food truck in Brooklyn Park to have breakfast. Because it was the weekend, people didn't need to go to work. So many people chose to sleep in at home. People as diligent as Lu Nian and Jenny are rare in New York. Lu Nian chose a Turkish kebab. Although this fast food truck is nominally a Turkish kebab, the food it makes is actually similar to a GMO. Lu Nian ordered 5 at a time. Jenny ordered 2 sandwiches of different flavors as breakfast. Lu Nian, are you hungry? A little bit. Lu Nian held 5 meat patties in both hands, which looked a little funny. Lu Nian began his performance, eating a meat pie in 3 bites. Jenny bought a bottle of mineral water for Lu Nian. After eating and drinking, Lu Nian clapped his hands contentedly. Lu Nian, are you done? Yeah, I'm so full. What should we do now? Let me think about it. Lu Nian didn't have anywhere he wanted to go for the time being. At the same time, in an old house in the suburbs of Brooklyn, Dr. Gordon completed another crazy masterpiece. The Axe Gang member who failed to assassinate Lu Nian was transformed by Dr. Gordon into a new cyborg warrior. This time, Dr. Gordon combined the saltwater crocodile with humans. Dr. Gordon transplanted the skin of the saltwater crocodile onto humans intact. At the same time, Dr. Gordon also transplanted the huge tail of the saltwater crocodile onto humans. Crocodile Man was born. The only flaw was that Dr. Gordon was at odds with Dr. Zola, so Dr. Gordon could not brainwash Crocodile Man. After the transformation was completed, Crocodile Man was closely guarded by Dr. Gordon's men. Because Crocodile Man retained his memories before his death, Dr. Gordon dared not let Crocodile Man out. Dr. Gordon was worried that Crocodile Man would become the second King Kong Cat. After Dr. Gordon completed the transformation of Crocodile Man, he continued to develop mutant drugs. When Crocodile Man woke up, he found himself in a closed room. Crocodile Man's memory was still at the time of assassinating Lu Nian, but when Crocodile Man saw that his body had been transformed beyond recognition, Crocodile Man roared to the sky, "Who is it? Who is it? Who has turned into this horrible appearance? I must kill him." As soon as the Crocodile Man woke up, he regarded Dr. Gordon as his target of revenge. Seeing this, Dr. Gordon dared not release the Crocodile Man. In Brooklyn Park, Lu Nian was still discussing today's itinerary with Jenny. Lu Nian suddenly said, "I want to see the Statue of Liberty." "Why?" "Because I have never been there since I was a child." "No way. Are you from New York?" "Yes, I am a native Brooklynite." "You have never been to the Statue of Liberty?" "No." "Then you are really pitiful. Your childhood must have been unhappy." "Yes, my childhood was not happy at all." "Sorry. I didn't mean it." "It's okay. I'm used to it." "Then let's go to the Statue of Liberty today. I can be your guide." "Okay. If you speak well, I can give you a little more tip." Jenny immediately bowed to Lu Nian mischievously. "Thank you very much, guest." The Statue of Liberty was designed by French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi and presented to the United States by France in October 1886. The Statue of Liberty is located on Liberty Island in the Hudson River in New York City. If you want to visit the Statue of Liberty, you must first take a yacht to Liberty Island. The boat ride takes about 51 minutes. Jenny took Lu Nian to Battery Park in New York first. There are yachts here, going back and forth to Liberty Island. Lu Nian and Jenny took a luxury yacht to Liberty Island. On the luxury yacht, there is everything you need for eating, drinking and having fun. Lu Nian and Jenny came to the deck of the luxury yacht, chatting while enjoying the sea breeze and looking at the Statue of Liberty. "Lu Nian, do you know, the first time I went to the Statue of Liberty, I came there secretly with my classmates." "Oh, by the way, Jenny, why have I never heard you talk about your parents?" "Where are they now?" "My parents were killed by enemies shortly after I was born." "Are your parents also gang members?" "Yeah." "Hey, living in a gang is not a long-term solution after all." "I know that." "Then why do you still?" "I'm a girl without parents. I can only rely on my uncle, and my uncle is the boss of the Dragonfly Gang." "Did I have any other choice at the time?" "It's hard for you." "It's not hard. My uncle has always been very good to me and treated me like his own son." "I can see that." "You may not know that my uncle's family members were also killed by enemies." Was it by the Axe Gang?" "Yeah." "So there is no reconciliation between my uncle and the Axe Gang. As long as there is a good opportunity, my uncle will definitely destroy the Axe Gang himself." "When will the cycle of revenge end?" "Once you are in the arena, you have no choice." Lu Nian and Jenny looked at each other. Both of them saw a glimmer of enlightenment in each other's eyes. 50 minutes later, the luxury yacht stopped at the shore of Liberty Island. "Lu Nian, we're here. This is Liberty Island. How do we get up there? There is an elevator inside the Statue of Liberty that takes you directly to the top of the Statue of Liberty. Then walk up 171 steps and you will reach the viewing platform at the crown of the Statue of Liberty. Luckily I have you as my tour guide, otherwise I would be completely in the dark. Jenny smiled but said nothing. Valentine's Day had just passed, and it was winter, so not many people came to visit the Statue of Liberty. Lu Nian and Jenny waited in line for 2 elevators before it was their turn. On the viewing platform of the Statue of Liberty, you can enjoy the scenery of most of New York City. Lu Nian and Jenny walked around the venue and enjoyed the scenery of New York. This was Lu Nian's first time to the Statue of Liberty, and the excitement in his heart was beyond words. On the Hudson River, a strange giant cruise ship was sailing. With his superb eyesight, Lu Nian saw an old acquaintance on the giant cruise ship. It's him, the monster who killed the president of Lanxium Club. Carl was patrolling the giant cruise ship with his men. Carl Burbank, a professional killer nicknamed the Executioner, was employed by the underground Emperor Kingpin in New York. Carl is the mortal enemy of Daredevil, Wolverine, and the Punisher. The most impressive thing about Carl is his mechanical right arm, which can be transformed into various weapons according to his will. Chapter 84 Garland's Plan. Jenny saw that Lu Nian's expression suddenly changed, and asked worriedly, "Lu Nian, what happened? Why did you look so ugly all of a sudden?" "I saw an old acquaintance." "Old acquaintance? From last night?" "Number. He should be considered an enemy." "Where?" "On that luxury cruise ship in the distance." "Ah? You can see that far away?" "Yeah. He's standing on the deck now." "Do you know who he is?" "I don't know, but I know he works for Jinbing." "Jinbing? What? Question mark. Jinbing? Question mark. Lu Nian, are you crazy? You actually want to go against Jinbing? Have you heard of Jinbing too?" "Who among the New York underworld has not heard of Jinbing's name?" "Jinbing is the underground emperor of New York." "Lu Nian, you must never go against Jinbing. The Axe Gang is nothing compared to Jinbing." "I know. Someone told me so before." "Then why are you still looking for trouble with Jinbing?" "Jenny, you misunderstood. I don't want to cause trouble for Jinbing. I just want to cause trouble for Jinbing's men." "That won't work either. If you cause trouble for Jinbing's men, Jinbing won't let you go." "No way. I'm only causing trouble for his men, not for him personally." "For Jinbing, if you touch his people, it's like provoking him. Jinbing won't tolerate this happening." "Lu Nian, I beg you, never, ever have this idea again." Seeing Jenny's almost begging look, Lu Nian felt a little distressed. "Okay, I promise you." Lu Nian deliberately turned his head to the side and stopped looking at Carl. Seeing this, Jenny secretly breathed a sigh of relief in her heart. Jenny was really worried just now. Lu Nian got carried away and caused trouble for Jinbing's men. The consequences would be unimaginable. All kinds of terrifying rumors about Jinbing have long been spread in the New York underworld. Anyone who dares to go against Jinbing will have their entire family killed. Even if you escape to the ends of the earth, you can't escape Jinbing's pursuit. It is better not to provoke such a formidable opponent. Jenny and Lu Nian played on top of the Statue of Liberty for a while and then left. At noon, Jenny and Lu Nian came to Garland's restaurant to have a free lunch. When Garland saw Jenny coming, he immediately greeted her warmly. "Lu Nian, go in and find a seat first. I have something to say to Jenny." "Okay, uncle." Lu Nian did not doubt him and walked into the restaurant to find a seat. "Uncle, what's the matter?" "Jenny, I have united with several gangs that are hostile to the Axe Gang, and we plan to attack the Axe Gang together in the near future." "That's a good thing, uncle." "Yes, but I want to increase my chances of winning." "Uncle wants Lu Nian." "Yes, this kid is very strong. 1 against 100. No problem at all. But Lu Nian doesn't like to get involved in gang affairs. That's why I'm talking to you. Go and persuade Lu Nian. As long as he is willing to help us, this joint action to eliminate the Axe Gang is absolutely a sure thing. Okay, I'll give it a try." Seeing that Jenny agreed, Garland showed a bright smile on his face. After a moment, Jenny sat opposite Lu Nian with a lot on her mind. "What's wrong, Jenny? You look like you are worried about something." "Ah? Yes, I'm worried about something." "Tell me about it." "This." "Okay, since you want to hear it, I'll tell you. Yes, my uncle has united several gangs and plans to eliminate the Axe Gang in the near future. Lu Nian, are you interested in participating in this operation? Jenny, you know, I don't like to get involved in the feuds between gangs. I know, but this time is different. It's to deal with the Axe Gang. Moreover, if my uncle succeeds this time, there will be no more Axe Gang in New York in the future. Lu Nian, don't you have a deep grudge with the Axe Gang? Then why don't you take this opportunity to make a break? I will find a way to resolve the matter between the Axe Gang and me. But I don't want to borrow your uncle's power. Isn't it the same? Different. Lu Nian, it's not easy to be a lone hero. I know, so I don't plan to be a lone hero. I have contacted a good friend to help me deal with the Axe Gang. Who is your good friend? Lu Nian thought about it and it didn't matter to tell Jenny about this. My good friend is Daredevil. What? Question mark. Your good friend is Daredevil? Lu Nian, you are not kidding me, are you? Do you think I would joke about such a thing? How do you know him? When I wiped out the X family before, I met Daredevil by chance, then we became good friends. What? Question mark. Did you wipe out the X family? To be specific, it should be the 3 of us. No, it's the 4 of us. Lu Nian, I find that you are simply a lunatic. The backer of the X family is said to be Madame Jiao. Yeah, I know. Then why did you wipe out the X family? You can only blame X, because when X told me about this, the X family had been almost wiped out. I had no choice at the time. Okay, I surrender to you. Haha. You're still laughing. What about this time? Are you going to participate or not? No, I knew you would say that. Jenny, I'm sorry. It's okay. The food was served quickly, and Lu Nian and Jenny had another sumptuous meal at noon. When Lu Nian and Jenny were leaving, Garland winked at Jenny. Seeing this, Jenny could only nod silently. Jenny thought to herself, since Lu Nian is unwilling to get involved in gang affairs, I can't force Lu Nian to participate in his uncle's actions. It seems that I need to find another way. At the door of the restaurant, Lu Nian and Jenny stopped. Jenny, where are we going next? I don't know. Lu Nian, is there anywhere else you want to go? Lu Nian lowered his head and pondered for a moment, then said, Jenny, I want to go to Manhattan. What's there to see in Manhattan? I've lived in New York for so many years, but I've never been to Manhattan once. I heard that Manhattan is the richest place in New York, and I want to go and see it. Chapter 85, Seeing Injustice. Manhattan is the most densely populated area among the 5 boroughs of New York, and it is also the smallest borough. Manhattan is mainly located on Manhattan Island, surrounded by the East River, the Hudson River, and the Harlem River. Manhattan is the financial center of New York and the world's financial center. The famous Wall Street is located in Manhattan. Lu Nian has lived in New York for a full 16 years, but has never set foot in Manhattan. For most New Yorkers, this is a tragic story. It's like there are many people in the imperial capital who have lived in the imperial capital for many years but have never been to the Forbidden City and the Great Wall. It's not that they don't want to go, but they really don't have the conditions. Lu Nian is like this. With Lu Nian's family conditions, even taking a bus to Manhattan is a luxury. Okay, let's go to Manhattan this afternoon. The first stop of Jenny and Lu Nian's Manhattan trip is Times Square. Manhattan. Times Square is known as the crossroads of the world and the center of the world. Times Square is the center of Broadway theater and the busiest square in the world. Lu Nian, this is Times Square. Lu Nian looked at the tall buildings around him, his face full of shock. Lu Nian, what's wrong with you? I've lived in New York for 16 years. And today is the first time I know that there is such a prosperous place in New York. Lu Nian, I'm sorry. Jenny, why are you saying sorry to me for no reason? I didn't expect that your past life would be so hard. Haha. It's nothing. I've been used to it for a long time. Lu Nian, I will accompany you in the future. Thank you. Jenny, do you want to take a photo together? Lu Nian shook his head after hearing this. Why not take a photo as a souvenir? I just want to come here to take a look and fulfill my childhood wish. When I was a child, I really wanted to come to Manhattan to take a look, but because my parents were too busy, They never had time to take me to Manhattan. Then you have seen it now. Yes, I have seen it. No regrets. Where are we going next? Let's go to Wall Street. Okay. Jenny led the way, and the two came to Wall Street again. While Lu Nian and Jenny were playing, a big thing was happening in Manhattan. Norman Osborn, the chairman of Oscorp, had an accident while researching the human enhancement potion in the laboratory. The human enhancement potion suddenly turned green and then exploded. Norman Osborn was at the center of the explosion and was inevitably affected. The human enhancement potion began to take effect in Norman Osborn's body. Norman Osborn has since possessed superhuman strength and extremely high IQ. Wall Street is located in the southern part of Manhattan, New York City. It is about 550 meters long and 11 meters wide. Wall Street is the financial center of the world. The famous Morgan Consortium, Rockefeller Company, DuPont Consortium, New York Stock Exchange, and New York Futures Exchange are all located on Wall Street. The major companies have strict access control, so Jenny and Lu Nian naturally cannot go in to visit. But Jenny and Lu Nian can admire the famous Gilded Bull in Bowling Green Park. After touring Wall Street, Lu Nian suddenly felt a little bored. Jenny, let's go. Lu Nian, what's wrong with you? I'm not suitable to stay here. Why do you think so? This is the world of the rich. I feel really insignificant if I stay here. Lu Nian, no matter you are rich or poor, you will always be the best in my eyes. Thank you. Lu Nian and Jenny chatted while walking towards the nearest light rail station. When the two passed an intersection, an accident happened. Manhattan, as the financial center of the world, is never short of people who want to get rich overnight. How can you get rich overnight? These people chose the simplest word, rob. Lu Nian saw two gangsters running out of a bank on the street. The gangster in front was holding a sack in one hand. Needless to say, it must be full of banknotes. The gangster behind was holding a pistol in his hand. After the two gangsters ran out of the bank, they hurriedly got into a Buick sedan and fled the scene. Lu Nian, what's wrong with you? Someone is robbing a bank. Do you want to go and see me? Forget it. Although Lu Nian said this, he really wanted to seek justice in his heart. Jenny saw through Lu Nian's thoughts at a glance. Lu Nian, don't worry about me. Just do what you want to do. Jenny, Lu Nian, I will stay here and wait for you honestly. You go quickly. Then, I'll go. Go quickly. If you are late, I'm afraid the two gangsters will run away. Okay, then I'll go and come back quickly. Before Lu Nian finished speaking, he had disappeared in front of Jenny. Lu Nian chased the two gangsters in the direction of their escape at his fastest speed. On the way, Lu Nian also saw many police cars, performing a crazy chase on the street. The two gangsters drove all the way, but in New York, traffic jams are commonplace. Even if the two gangsters used all their strength, they were still stuck halfway. Brother, hurry up and ram it. Make way. The cops behind us are getting closer and closer. Damn it. I want to do that too. Don't you see what car is in front of us? Fuck. A money transporter. How about we do another job along the way? Are you crazy? There are at least 5 fully armed escorts on the money transporter. What can you do with a broken pistol in your hand? Don't talk nonsense. Hurry up and overtake. If the cops catch up, we're both done. Brother, sit tight. It's time to show my real skills. The gangster who was driving the car actually drove the car onto the crosswalk. A big commotion immediately broke out on the sidewalk. Countless pedestrians were hit by the gangster's car because they didn't evade in time. The scene was horrible. These two bastards. Seeing this scene, Lu Nian was furious. Because of his anger, Lu Nian suddenly ran faster. The gangster drove the car and forced his way through 2 blocks on the sidewalk. Just as the gangsters were about to drive into the coastal highway and escape, Lu Nian finally caught up with them. Bang! A loud noise scared the gangsters driving. What's that sound? How should I know? Drive faster. As long as we drive into the coastal highway, we can escape. Chapter 86. Suspect. No, there's something wrong with the car. What are you talking about? Drive quickly. This car. It won't move. What won't move? The car won't move. How is that possible? Step on the accelerator as hard as you can. The gangster driving the car roared with a crying face. I've stepped on the accelerator to the bottom. In front of the Buick, Lu Nian pressed the hood of the Buick with both hands. Because Lu Nian was bent over and lowered his head, the two gangsters in the car didn't see Lu Nian. It stands to reason that with Lu Nian's current physical fitness, it is impossible to stop a car running at full speed. But just now, because of Lu Nian's anger, some subtle changes occurred in his body. Lu Nian's strength, speed, physical strength and reaction ability have all been greatly improved. Go down and see what's in front of the car. What a trouble. The armed gangster got out of the car cursing. People? Question mark. What people? I said there's a person in front of the car. The armed bandit pointed his gun at Lu Nian and yelled, "You ignorant thing, get out of my way, otherwise I'll shoot you to death." Lu Nian glanced at the armed bandit with a cold face. "Asshole, what are you looking at? Get out of my way." Lu Nian suddenly exerted force with his hands, and the Buick was gradually lifted up by Lu Nian. Seeing this, the armed bandit forgot to shoot, forgot everything, and his mind was blank. Strange, 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 monster. The bandit who was driving the car was sitting in the car, and he was so scared that he didn't know what to do. What's going on? What's going on? Why is the front of the car lifted up? Brother, what happened outside? Say something. But outside the car, it was very quiet, and no one answered him. The bandit who was driving the car quickly turned off the car, and then got out of the car with the car keys. When he saw Lu Nian, he only uttered one word, "Fuck." Lu Nian saw that the two gangsters had gotten out of the car, and he exerted force with both hands and shouted at the same time, throwing the Buick directly to the side of the road. The Buick overturned on the sidewalk, and the two front wheels were still spinning. The two gangsters were completely scared to death when they saw this amazing scene. The gunman trembled in fear and dropped his pistol directly on the ground. Lu Nian turned his head and looked at the two gangsters expressionlessly. Plop, plop. The two gangsters were so scared that they immediately knelt on the ground. Big brother, I know I was wrong. Spare my life. This big brother, we have no grudges in the past, and no hatred in the present. Why do you suffer for the two of us? If you want money, we three can share it equally. That's right. If big brother wants money, we three can share it equally. Lu Nian's face turned pale when he heard this. Do I look like the same kind of people as you guys? Big brother, spare me. Big brother, spare me. All the money is yours. We don't want a cent. Yes. The money is all big brother's. We too don't deserve it. The two gangsters mistakenly thought that Lu Nian wanted to keep the money for himself. Upon hearing this, Lu Nian immediately glared at the two gangsters and yelled, "Asshole, do I look like that kind of person? Big brother, we are wrong. Big brother, whatever you say is what it is. The two of us are nothing. You two go and turn yourself in." Yes, big brother, we will turn ourselves in right away. Go and turn ourselves in. Hurry up, go and turn yourself into the police. The two gangsters hurriedly disappeared from Lu Nian's sight. Lu Nian looked at the backs of the two gangsters leaving, and a strange smile appeared on his face. Lu Nian took 2 money bags from the Buick, and then hurriedly disappeared on the streets of New York. A few minutes later, the two gangsters took the initiative to find the police to turn themselves in, but the words of the two gangsters were incoherent and their thoughts were confused. The police didn't care about that. They forced the two robbers to find the money. At this time, the two robbers remembered that the money was still in the Buick and they hadn't taken it away. When the two robbers and the police arrived at the scene was already empty. Where's the money? It was in the car just now. I swear. I want to know now. Where's the money? The money was really here just now. Then why can't I see it now? It must be that guy. That guy took the money. Enough. You two bastards. Do you think I will believe what you two said? One person can overturn a car with his bare hands? Do you think this is a DC comic? It's true. I swear it's true. That guy really threw the car to the side of the road with his bare hands. I saw it with my own eyes. It seems that the two of them are crazy. I feel the same way. What should we do next? Send the two of them to a mental hospital for treatment. What about the money? I think there must be a third person who took the money. Let's follow this clue. Okay, Chief. The police chief was named George Stacy. Many people may not have heard of this name, But George Stacy has a daughter named Gwen Stacy. Although Gwen Stacy is not famous now, she will fall in love with Peter Parker in the near future. Lu Nian took the 2 money bags, of course not for his own use. Lu Nian regarded money as dirt and fame as nothing. Lu Nian quickly found Jenny. Lu Nian, you are finally back. Is the matter resolved? The matter is resolved. The 2 gangsters have surrendered. Then what do you have in your hand? The 2 bags contain the money they just robbed from the bank. Then why don't you give the money to the police? I have seen with my own eyes how corrupt the New York police are, so I plan to return the money to the bank in person. Well, it's okay as long as you think it's okay. Let's go. Let's go back now. Well, Lu Nian and Jenny left Manhattan and returned to Brooklyn. Not long after Lu Nian and Jenny left, the Manhattan police found Lu Nian. Because Lu Nian's performance was too unusual, Lu Nian ran at a very fast speed on the sidewalk, and in the direction where the gangsters drove away. George Stacy quickly listed Lu Nian as a key suspect. When Lu Nian was detained by the Brooklyn Police Department before, he had a criminal record, and Lu Nian's fingerprints were kept in the fingerprint database of the New York Police Department. After confirming Lu Nian's personal information, George Stacy quickly issued a joint investigation notice to the Brooklyn Police Department, asking them to control Lu Nian. However, Lu Nian had moved, so the Brooklyn police could not find Lu Nian for a while. Chapter 87 Evolution failed. After Lu Nian returned to Jenny's apartment, he quickly went into the bathroom. Lu Nian felt that his body seemed to be undergoing some changes. Normally, Lu Nian could not overturn a car. Lu Nian had tried his limits before, and it was difficult to lift a motorcycle, let alone a car. But just now, Lu Nian really lifted a Buick car and threw it to the side of the road. At that time, Lu Nian felt that he seemed to have endless strength. That powerful feeling made Lu Nian deeply intoxicated. If the timing and occasion were not wrong, Lu Nian would even want to wreak havoc on the streets and enjoy this powerful power. Lu Nian stood in the bathroom, facing the mirror, silently looking at himself in the mirror. Lu Nian did not find any abnormalities, and it was still the same as usual. Lu Nian raised his hands again and grasped them. Lu Nian wanted to try his current strength. So, Lu Nian scanned the bathroom, looking for a suitable experimental target. The bathroom is not big, and it is clear at a glance. Damn it, why isn't there anything heavy in the bathroom that I can use to try out my new powers? Lu Nian was feeling itchy. Lu Nian was like a child who suddenly bought a favorite toy but couldn't play with it right away. That feeling was really uncomfortable. Dong dong dong. After an unknown amount of time, Jenny knocked on the bathroom door. Lu Nian? Lu Nian, are you okay? I'm fine. You've been in the bathroom for a long time. Really? Yeah. Are you feeling uncomfortable somewhere? No, I'm fine. Lu Nian hurried out of the bathroom. Jenny examined Lu Nian and found nothing unusual. What were you doing in there just now? Looking in the mirror. What's wrong? Why are you looking in the mirror all of a sudden? When I was catching the bank robber just now, I felt something was wrong with my body. Jenny's heart tightened immediately after hearing this. Jenny grabbed Lu Nian's arm and began to check Lu Nian's body. Jenny, I'm fine. You're still saying I'm fine? You just said you felt something was wrong with your body. The wrong I'm talking about is not the wrong you think it is. What is that? I don't know how to tell you. Lu Nian didn't want to tell Jenny about the mutants. Jenny looked at Lu Nian's face seriously. Lu Nian, no matter what happens, I will stand firmly by your side. I know. Thank you, Jenny. In the few short days he spent with Jenny, Lu Nian didn't know how many times he said thank you, Jenny. But Lu Nian didn't think there was anything wrong with it. Lu Nian, are you tired? If you are tired, just lie down on the bed and rest for a while. I'll go cook for you. I'm not tired. I feel very energetic now. Jenny, you cook first. I'll go out for a walk and come back. Where are you going? I'll go downstairs and be back in a while. Okay, I'll be back in 20 minutes. Yes, it won't take more than 20 minutes. Lu Nian put on his coat again and left Jenny's apartment. Lu Nian was eager to try out the power he now had. When Lu Nian saw the car downstairs, he could not wait to rush up and try to lift it up. Huh? Strange. Why can't I lift it up? Lu Nian used all his strength, but the car only shook symbolically, and then stopped quietly in the same place, motionless. Why is this? Lu Nian couldn't figure out why his strength suddenly became weaker. Lu Nian did not give up, and change another car, but the result was still the same. He couldn't lift it up. Lu Nian tried 4 or 5 times in a row, and without exception, all ended in failure. Forget it. I give up. Lu Nian returned to Jenny's house with a depressed look on his face. Jenny came out of the kitchen wearing an apron. Lu Nian, you came back just in time. I just made dinner. Yeah. Jenny keenly felt that Lu Nian's mood seemed to have changed. Jenny's cooking skills were not bad. Jenny made fried steak and vegetable salad. When Lu Nian saw the fried steak, he couldn't help but think of Mrs. Henry. Lu Nian couldn't help but blame himself in his heart. I haven't avenged Mrs. Henry yet. I am such a useless person. Although Daredevil helped Lu Nian solve the problem of the kidnapped child, the Ten Rings gang is still at large. After listening to Daredevil's words, Lu Nian did not dare to act rashly. At the same time, Tony Stark arrived in Vietnam, but the convoy Tony Stark was in was attacked on the road. Mandarin teamed up with the local warlords in Vietnam and successfully kidnapped Tony Stark. After experiencing a series of hardships and obstacles, Tony Stark finally escaped with a suit of steel armor. This suit of steel armor is the prototype of Iron Man. After experiencing this incident, Tony Stark's mentality has changed a lot. The focus returns to New York, USA. George Stacy did not receive a reply after issuing a notice for joint investigation. George Stacy decided to personally lead people to Lu Nian's home to arrest Lu Nian. Out of caution, George Stacy led 2 teams of police to arrest Lu Nian. Lu Nian's home had long been deserted, and there was nothing valuable left in the house. A group of police officers found nothing in Lu Nian's home. Chief, we didn't find anyone. Chief, we didn't find anyone here either. Don't miss any clues. Look carefully. Chief, this house is very small. It's clear at a glance. That's right. You can tell at a glance whether there is anyone in the house. Let me take a look first. George Stacy personally walked into Lu Nian's home to investigate. Why is this kid's home so shabby? This was George Stacy's first time in the slums of Brooklyn. George Stacy searched the house, except for dust and dust. Chief, we didn't lie to you, did we? This kid's family is so poor. Did we find the wrong person? Don't underestimate anyone. The poorer people are, the more likely they are to commit illegal acts because they are poor. Let's go. Leave someone to watch this house 24 hours a day. As soon as this kid shows up, arrest him immediately. George Stacy left with the police. In the dark, there is a pair of evil eyes staring at this place. King Kong Cat, after being killed by Lu Nian once, was reborn through evolution. Now, he came to seek revenge on Lu Nian. Chapter 88 King Kong Cat's Experience. The view goes back to a few days ago. After rebirth, King Kong Cat still lives in New York. Although King Kong Cat has evolved into a Delta-level mutant, King Kong Cat is still hiding in the dark corners of New York out of caution, and dare not appear in front of the public. Because King Kong Cat knows that Dr. Gordon has definitely not given up looking for him. Once he is caught, he will definitely be brainwashed. King Kong Cat does not want to lose his freedom, until one day, a middle-aged man appeared in front of King Kong Cat. Do you want to live in darkness like this for the rest of your life? Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am, Humphrey. No matter who you are, my fate is in my own hands, King Kong Cat said, waving his claws, and suddenly grabbed the middle-aged man in front of him. But the next second, King Kong Cat was stunned, seeing that King Kong Cat's claws were about to catch the middle-aged man. The middle-aged man's body whooshed and disappeared. Huh? Where are you? At this time, the middle-aged man patted King Kong Cat on the shoulder behind him. I'm here. King Kong Cat was shocked, turned around and clawed again. But the middle-aged man disappeared again. Where are the people? Question mark. Where are the people? Question mark. Behind King Kong Cat, the middle-aged man patted King Kong Cat on the shoulder and said, What's wrong with you? I'm right here. King Kong Cat suddenly roared loudly. This is impossible. This is impossible. Nothing is impossible. In this world, you are not the only one with superpowers. I can teleport. You can't kill me. Who are you? My name is Zazel. I'm Russian. I'm a member of the Hellfire Club. Hellfire Club? That's right. The Hellfire Club is an organization established by a group of very powerful people on this planet, with the purpose of gaining more wealth and power. Then why did you come to me? I'm just a poor guy with nothing, haha. You should know that rich and powerful people always have some things that are inconvenient for them to show up. So, I hope you can join the Hellfire Club, haha. Are you kidding me? Didn't you just say that the members of the Hellfire Club are all a group of very powerful people? Will they agree to let a poor guy like me join? It seems that you have some misunderstanding about the Hellfire Club. The members of the Hellfire Club are not only powerful people, but also very powerful people. Do you think you are strong? In the Hellfire Club, I can find at least dozens of people who can easily defeat you. Okay, I accept your recruitment. Join the club you mentioned. Hellfire Club. Yes, Hellfire Club. Azazel took out a mobile phone from his pocket and threw it to King Concat. This phone is very safe. Everyone in the organization has one. I will use it to contact you in the future. Thank you, but how do I charge this phone? King Concat looked at the phone over and over again, but did not find a place to charge it. King Concat's claws can now be freely transformed into human hands. This is a new ability that King Concat has after evolving into a Delta-level mutant. King Concat's two hands can change into various shapes, hands, claws, daggers, etc. As long as King Concat has a thought, his hands can be transformed at will. This is a solar-powered phone. Just put it under the sun during the day. Oh, that's great. Remember, from now on, you are an official member of the Hellfire Club. Do I need to do anything? I'll call you when I need you to do something. After Azazel finished speaking, he took out a bank card from his pocket and threw it to King Concat. There are 10 million US dollars in this card, enough for you to live for a while. When you don't have a mission, don't go out and cause trouble. Yes, don't worry, boss. Don't call me boss, call me Mr. Azazel. Yes, Mr. Azazel, at your service at any time. Hearing this, Azazel nodded with satisfaction. Very good, remember your identity. If you do something bad to the organization, I will personally take action and kill you. Hearing this, King Concat couldn't help but shudder. After the brief fight just now, King Concat knew that Azazel's strength was far stronger than his own. Mr. Azazel, I will contribute all my strength to the Hellfire Club. Well, I have something to do, so I'll leave first. Find a place to stay for yourself. You don't have to worry about Dr. Gordon anymore. Dr. Gordon dares to be enemies of us mutants. We will not let him go easily. Mr. Azazel, what are mutants? You don't even know what mutants are? Then how did you evolve to the Delta level? Delta level? What is Delta level? Azazel looked at King Con with incredible eyes. You really don't know anything? King Concat shook his head and answered innocently, I don't know. Okay, then let me tell you briefly. The so-called mutants are a group of people with X cells in their bodies. X cells? That's right. Mutants have activated the X cells in their bodies and have strength beyond ordinary people. So mutants are a very outstanding group of people. But it is such a group of people who have been repeatedly persecuted by ordinary humans. A large number of mutants have died innocently, or they have been captured by humans for experiments. This is really too hateful. At this point, Azazel's emotions suddenly became very excited. King Concat couldn't help but think of his own tragic experience. He was living a good life, but he was captured by Dr. Gordon and transformed into the current King Concat. King Concat will never forget the pain of being transformed. That's right, humans are so abominable. King Kong, you are now a Delta-level mutant. What does Delta-level mean? Can your hands change freely? Yes, this is the sign of a Delta-level mutant, with their own unique superpowers. I understand. Then what level are you? Mr. Azazel, I am an Alpha-level mutant. What is Alpha-level? Mutants are divided into 5 levels, Epsilon, Delta, Beta, Alpha, and Omega. From the lowest level Epsilon to the highest level Omega, there is a huge gap in strength between each level. After hearing what Azazel said, King Kong couldn't help but shudder again. King Kong thought with lingering fear, if I had a feud with Mr. Azazel just now, wouldn't I be dead? I didn't expect Mr. Azazel to be an Alpha-level mutant. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 89, King Kongkat's Revenge. The first thing King Kongkat, who was rich, powerful and well-connected, thought of was to seek revenge on Lu Nian. King Kongkat would never forget the pain of being killed by Lu Nian. King Kongkat, who had money, entrusted a private lawyer and easily found out where Lu Nian lived. But when King Kongkat arrived at Lu Nian's house, he found a group of policemen there. King Kongkat decided not to show up for the time being and observe secretly. The police left soon, but 2 policemen stayed and hid behind the tree opposite Lu Nian's house to observe secretly. Seeing this, King Kongkat couldn't help but curse, "These annoying guys." The hatred between King Kongkat and Lu Nian can almost be said to be to the point of no return. King Kongkat killed Tom and Jiru, and Lu Nian also killed King Kongkat once. Although King Kongkat was resurrected later, the experience of dying once was still clearly left in King Kongkat's memory. That kind of pain, that kind of despair, that kind of misery, made King Kongkat often have nightmares at night. Therefore, after King Kongkat was resurrected, he was obsessed with seeking revenge on Lu Nian. Faced with the annoying police, King Kongkat chose the simplest and most brutal solution. Shoo. The 2 policemen who were responsible for the surveillance fell in a pool of blood. After evolving into a Delta-level mutant, King Kongkat's strength has been greatly improved. In addition, King Kongkat's arms are fused with vibranium, which can almost be said to be invulnerable to swords and guns, and invulnerable to water and fire. King Kongkat is confident that if he fights with Lu Nian again, Lu Nian will definitely die in 10 rounds at most. King Kongkat quietly hid in Lu Nian's home, intending to give Lu Nian a big surprise when he returns home. However, King Kongkat miscalculated. From the moment Lu Nian moved out, he decided not to come back. On the contrary, King Kongkat also helped Lu Nian a lot. After George Stacy lost contact with the 2 men who were responsible for tracking Lu Nian, he immediately brought a large group of people and killed a surprise. A large group of police surrounded Lu Nian's home again. This time, King Kongkat successfully took the blame for Lu Nian. King Kongkat saw the policemen coming back and felt something was wrong. George Stacy became furious after seeing the bodies of his 2 men. "I must catch that bastard Lu Nian for me. I must make him pay for his crimes." "Yes, Chief." At this time, a policeman keenly discovered that the footprints left by King Kongkat on the ground led directly to Lu Nian's home. "Chief, someone went in." "Everyone load your bullets for me. This is a vicious guy. You must not take it lightly." "Yes, Chief." Click, click. The sound of bullets being loaded came one after another. A large group of policemen, holding their guns carefully, walked towards Lu Nian's home. King Kongkat was in the house, and when he saw this scene, he secretly groaned in his heart. King Kongkat just wanted to seek revenge on Lu Nian, and did not want to make enemies with a large group of policemen. The first to strike is the strongest, and the last to strike will suffer. King Kongkat decided to take the lead and break out. When a large group of policemen surrounded them step by step, King Kongkat unexpectedly appeared at the gate of Lu Nian's house and confronted the police. George Stacy suppressed his anger and asked, "Are you Lu Nian?" King Kongkat heard this and snorted with disdain. "Humphrey, why did you kill my 2 men? They have no grudges against you." "Humphrey, you'd better stay where you are and don't try to arrest them. Otherwise, I will immediately order you to be shot to death." Humphrey, seeing King Kongkat's disdainful attitude, George Stacy wanted to shoot King Kongkat immediately. But as a policeman, George Stacy couldn't do this. "Come on, 2 people. Go up and catch him." 2 policemen immediately walked out of the team and walked towards King Kongkat with handcuffs. King Kongkat saw this and showed a cruel smile on his face. George Stacy saw this and immediately felt something was wrong. George Stacy immediately wanted to speak up to stop his men from arresting King Kongkat, but it was too late. King Kongkat's hands immediately turned into sharp claws, one with his left hand and one with his right hand. The 2 policemen fell into a pool of blood in an instant. George Stacy roared, "Shoot! Shoot him immediately!" King Kongkat did not give the policeman a chance to shoot, and jumped out of the police's encirclement with all his strength. Soon, King Concat disappeared from the police's sight. Chase! Chase! George Stacy immediately ordered his men to chase King Concat. After losing 4 men in just one day, George Stacy's inner grief was beyond words. George Stacy was a police chief with a strong sense of responsibility and justice. After this battle, George Stacy regarded Lu Nian as his lifelong enemy. Lu Nian: I, George Stacy, swear to heaven that I will bring you to justice in my lifetime. King Concat killed 4 policemen and successfully attracted a large wave of hatred for Lu Nian. Fortunately, all the police officers present remembered King Concat's appearance, especially George Stacy, who could recognize King Concat even if it turned into ashes. Therefore, the injustice suffered by Lu Nian today will be vindicated one day. It's just that no one knows when. At the same time, Lu Nian and Jenny left the apartment again. It was almost evening, and Lu Nian and Jenny were going to Garland's restaurant for dinner. But this time, Lu Nian found something unusual. Garland himself did not show up in the restaurant, which was very unusual. Jenny, where is your uncle? Jenny's eyes flickered a little, but she said, I don't know. Jenny, did your uncle go to deal with the Axe Gang? How did you know? Just this afternoon. Jenny called Garland to tell him that Lu Nian would not help, so Garland decided to implement the operation to eliminate the Axe Gang that night. At this moment, Garland was at the headquarters of the Dragonfly Gang, discussing every step of the plan with a group of gangsters, striving to hit them tonight. Your uncle is going to take action tonight, right? Yes. Hey, Lu Nian, can I ask you for a favor? Just tell me. My uncle is my only relative. Can you protect my uncle secretly? I know this will be difficult for you. I don't ask you to help my uncle eliminate the Axe Gang. I only ask you to protect my uncle's safety in secret so that he can come back safely. Is that okay? Lu Nian looked at Jenny's sincere eyes, and after struggling for a moment, he finally nodded with a little helplessness. I promise you, I will ensure your uncle's safety. Chapter 90, The End of the Axe Gang, Part 1. In order to cope with the possible battles at night, Jenny specially ordered a lot of high-energy food for Lu Nian. Although Lu Nian didn't want to participate in the fight between gangs, he soon felt relieved. The Axe Gang colluded with vampires and harmed humans. Lu Nian should destroy the Axe Gang both emotionally and rationally. Now Garland is willing to take the lead in destroying the Axe Gang, and Lu Nian is happy to reap the benefits. However, with the lessons learned from the last time, Lu Nian will not go to the Axe Gang with bare hands this time. After dinner, Jenny and Lu Nian came to the Dragonfly Gang's arsenal. Most of the equipment in the arsenal had been taken away by Garland and his men. It seems that there is no good equipment here. The good stuff has been taken away by Uncle and others. It doesn't matter. Let's look for it. Lu Nian soon found a dusty big guy in the corner. Why is no one using this gun? Haha. Lu Nian, this is an M134 Gatling gun, with the bullets. It weighs nearly 30 kilograms. Oh? Hearing this, Lu Nian picked up the M134 Gatling gun curiously. With Lu Nian's physical fitness beyond ordinary people, it was effortless to lift the M134 Gatling gun. Jenny, I think this gun is quite suitable for me. Jenny saw that Lu Nian actually lifted the M134 Gatling gun by himself, and her mouth opened wide instantly, as if she had seen a ghost. Jenny, what's wrong with you? Why don't you talk? Lu Nian, are you kidding me? You actually lifted the M134 Gatling gun by yourself? I think it's okay. Although this gun is a little heavy, I can still accept it. Lu Nian finally decided to take the M134 Gatling gun to protect Garand. The M134 Gatling gun uses 7.62mm bullets, has a range of 1,500 meters, and a rate of fire of up to 6,000 rounds per minute. Jenny asked Lu Nian to pack up all the remaining 7.62mm bullets in the commissary library. When Jenny saw Lu Nian holding the M134 Gatling gun and walking towards the distance step by step, Jenny suddenly felt very at ease. On the other side, Garland and the leaders of the other two gangs in Brooklyn surrounded the Exquisite Hotel, the headquarters of the Axe Gang. A big war is inevitable. In this war, The Dragonfly Gang is the absolute main force. The other two gangs each sent 50 people and weapons and equipment as support. There are no secrets between the gangs in New York, because in New York, money is king. There are also spies of the Axe Gang and the Dragonfly Gang, driven by interests. A member of the Dragonfly Gang sold the action plan of the Dragonfly Gang to the Axe Gang. The Axe Gang had long known that Garland had joined forces with the other two gangs to attack them. So, the Axe Gang's boss decided to take advantage of the situation and completely solve the Dragonfly Gang and the other two gangs. But the Axe Gang alone certainly couldn't fight three alone. So, the Axe Gang's boss invited a group of foreign aid with terrifying strength. At 7 o'clock in the evening, Garland gave an order, and the three gangs launched a fierce attack on the headquarters of the Axe Gang. The Exquisite Hotel and its surroundings immediately became a purgatory battlefield. The members of the Axe Gang formed three lines of defense. The first line of defense was outside the Exquisite Hotel. Dozens of Axe Gang members held guns and formed the outer defense line of the Axe Gang. However, these Axe Gang members were destined to be cannon fodder. In order to make the play more realistic, the Axe Gang's boss decided to sacrifice these men. After a battle, the three gangs broke through the Axe Gang's first line of defense and broke into the Exquisite Hotel. The second line of defense of the Axe Gang was in the Exquisite Hotel. Relying on the home advantage of the rooms and various entrances and exits, the members of the Axe Gang blocked the attack of the three gangs. In the presidential suite on the top floor of the Exquisite Hotel, the boss of the Axe Gang had a calm face. His men came to report from time to time. "Boss, the outer defense line of the hotel has been lost. The people of the three gangs have already rushed into the hotel." "Boss, the east side of the first floor of the hotel has been lost." "Boss, the lobby on the first floor of the hotel has been lost." "Boss, the back door on the first floor of the hotel has been lost." One after another, but without exception, they were all bad news. The Axe Gang leaders in the room were all scared pale. "Boss, should we think about retreating?" "That's right, as long as the Green Mountains are there, there will be no worries about firewood." The boss of the Axe Gang heard this and his face immediately sank. "Are you guys planning to abandon this place and run away?" "Boss, we are definitely not running away. We are here to protect the Axe Gang." "Right, we are here to protect the Axe Gang. Boss, we are ready to sacrifice our lives for the Axe Gang at any time." Upon hearing this, the Axe Gang's boss rebuked, "Traitors, all of you are traitors. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. You just said that you can sacrifice your life for the Axe Gang at any time, right? Then go and die now." As soon as the Axe Gang's boss finished speaking, the body of this poor Axe Gang leader was immediately torn apart. Everyone in the room saw a figure flash by, and a headless body was left on the ground. Plop, plop. The Axe Gang leaders who had just wanted to escape immediately knelt down to the Axe Gang's boss and begged for forgiveness. "Boss, boss, boss, we were wrong. Boss, spare us. We have worked for the Axe Gang for so many years. We have no merits, but we have worked hard. Boss, I swear, from now on, I will be absolutely loyal to you. I will never have second thoughts again." Unfortunately, the boss of the Axe Gang had no expression on his face when he heard this. The Axe Gang boss's right hand gently made a beheading gesture. Crack, crack, blood immediately splattered in the room. In just a blink of an eye, the Axe Gang boss was the only one left in the room, and the other Axe Gang leaders all turned into headless corpses. "Traitor, there will never be a second chance," the Axe Gang boss said, pushed open the door and walked out. As the hotel fell layer by layer, the Axe Gang boss knew that it was time for him to play his last trump card. But before that, in order to maximize the benefits, the Axe Gang boss needed to lead out the senior people of the three gangs alliance, and in the entire Exquisite Hotel, there was only one person who could attract the top leaders of the three gangs to show up at the same time. That was him. So, the leader of the Axe Gang personally came to the front line of the firefight. The leader of the Axe Gang yelled at both sides of the firefight, "Stop it!" Chapter 91, The End of the Axe Gang, Part 2. Lu Nian carried the M134 Gatling machine gun and ran all the way. He finally arrived at the Exquisite Hotel at around 8 o'clock that night. The ground outside the exquisite hotel was stained with blood. The Axe Gang and the Three Gangs Alliance were lying on the ground in all directions. It was obvious that a very fierce battle had taken place at the scene. But what surprised Lu Nian was that there was no gunfire coming from the exquisite hotel at this time. Lu Nian couldn't help but think, am I too late? Has Uncle Garland successfully eliminated the Axe Gang? At the same time, on the 4th floor of the exquisite hotel, the Axe Gang and the Three Gangs Alliance were in a standoff. The boss of the Axe Gang spoke in person and successfully led Garland out. Brother Garland, long time no see, how are you? Stop talking nonsense. You and I have an irreconcilable feud. Today, the Axe Gang will be destroyed. Brother Garland, I suggest you don't say it so absolutely. In this world, anything can happen. Now, hundreds of us have surrounded dozens of you. Do you think you still have a chance to escape? Why should I run away? This is the headquarters of the Axe Gang. As the boss of the Axe Gang, why should I run away? What? Question mark. To tell you the truth, Brother Garland, I knew your attack plan a long time ago. Then why didn't you run away in advance? Escape? Why should I run away? This is a great opportunity to destroy your three gangs. You are not afraid of bragging and breaking your teeth. You are trapped in this small two-story building now. It is easy for us to destroy you. Since you're so blind, I have no choice but to send you to heaven as planned. As soon as the Axe Gang leader finished speaking, Garland saw several shadows, whooshing in front of the Axe Gang leader and protecting him behind him. Garland looked closely and saw 4 strangers wearing black suits, black leather shoes and sunglasses standing in front of the Axe Gang leader. Garland immediately warned, "Who are you guys? The Axe Gang is about to be destroyed. Don't make any wrong moves." But the men in black didn't care at all, and Garland was also a decisive person. In order to avoid more trouble, Garland ordered his men to continue the attack. Da. The gunshots on the 4th floor rang again. The Axe Gang leader said calmly, "Kill them all. Don't leave any alive." The 4 men in black were agile and ignored bullets. The 4 men in black faced the hail of bullets from the 3 gangs and launched a one-sided massacre. Every time the 4 men in black killed someone, a cruel smile would appear on their lips. The people of the 3 gangs were all shocked when they saw that the 4 men in black were invulnerable. Who knew the 4 men in black were not only invulnerable, but also extremely fast? In just a blink of an eye, the 4 men in black grabbed the Dragonfly Gang members in the front row. Crack, crack, crack. With a few crisp cracks, the necks of the Dragonfly Gang members were twisted off by the men in black. Seeing this, Garland was terrified and immediately shouted at the top of his lungs, "Quick, shoot, kill these guys." The people of the 3 gangs did not stop, and the fire dragons kept spraying, but facing the 4 men in black who were invulnerable, it was useless. The people of the 3 gangs had their necks twisted off one after another. There were corpses left at the scene. Garland never dreamed that the Axe Gang had such a terrifying trump card in their hands. At this time, a man in black came to Garland. Garland thought, these 4 men in black are obviously not ordinary people. If Lu Nian could be here at this time, I wouldn't have to. Then, Garland closed his eyes resigned to his fate and quietly waited for death to come. Duang. The attack of the men in black was interrupted by something. A pleasant voice came from Garland's ears. "Uncle Garland, take your people and retreat. Leave this to me." Garland opened his eyes and found Lu Nian standing beside him. "Lu Nian." "Uncle Garland, go." "But the Axe Gang." "Leave it to me." "Okay, everything is up to you." Lu Nian. "Brothers, retreat." Garland and the remaining 3 gangs began to flee. The 4 men in black wanted to chase Garland and others, but were stopped by Lu Nian. Bang 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 bang. Lu Nian raised the M134 Gatling gun and fired at the 4 men in black frantically. The terrifying flames and dense bullets made the 4 men in black have no time to care about anything else. Even though the 4 men in black were invulnerable, it was difficult for the 4 men in black to take a step forward in front of the powerful firepower of the M134 Gatling gun, so the 4 men in black simply gave up the pursuit and let Lu Nian attack them. Soon, Lu Nian emptied all his bullets. The 4 men in black seized the opportunity and rushed towards Lu Nian at the same time. Seeing this, Lu Nian immediately threw away the M134 Gatling gun in his hand and went up with his bare hands. The two sides launched a fierce hand-to-hand fight. Lu Nian soon fell into a disadvantage, fighting 1 against 4, and against 4 invulnerable monsters. Even Lu Nian could not get any advantage. LV Nian punched the 4 men in black with all his strength, but they were fine. How is this possible? LV Nian punched the wall, and the wall caved in, but the 4 men in black in front of him were obviously beyond LV Nian's cognition. What kind of people are these 4 guys? They are too powerful, aren't they? At this moment, the leader of the Axe Gang recognized LV Nian. Lord Baron, he is the guy who rescued the dungeon offerings a few days ago. One of the 4 men in black suddenly sneered. Haha. So it's you. Since you dare to go against our blood clan, you should be prepared to be killed. Don't worry, we won't kill you directly. We will capture you alive, and then release your blood drop by drop until you die. LV Nian heard the words of the vampire baron and suddenly laughed up to the sky. Ha ha ha. So the 4 of you are vampires. Great, great. Lu Nian couldn't help but think of the night when a large group of vampires bathed in blood, and all this blood came from innocent humans. Lu Nian was furious. Chapter 92, The End of the Axe Gang, Part 2. Because of anger, Lu Nian felt that something seemed to be growing in his body. The vampire baron did not give Lu Nian too much time and attacked directly with 3 men. When the vampire baron's fist was about to hit Lu Nian's mind, Lu Nian's eyes suddenly burst into a strange light. Lu Nian's hand grabbed the vampire baron's fist at an extremely fast speed. How is this possible? The vampire baron was shocked when he saw this. When the two sides fought for the first time just now, because the speeds of both sides were similar, Lu Nian could not catch the vampire baron's fist with his hand. But now, Lu Nian can catch the vampire baron's fist with his hand, which means that Lu Nian's speed has surpassed the vampire baron. In just a few minutes, Lu Nian's speed has become faster, which is incredible. The protagonists fought lively, and the audience watched lively. Although there was only one spectator at the scene, Lu Nian's good friend Daredevil. After accepting Lu Nian's commission, Daredevil has been secretly investigating the Axe Gang. Soon, Daredevil confirmed that there was a secret deal between the Axe Gang and the vampires. Just when Daredevil was about to contact Lu Nian to eliminate the Axe Gang, Garland took the lead. Daredevil thought about it and was happy to reap the benefits. So, Daredevil decided to sit back and watch the Axe Gang and the 3 gangs alliance fight each other. But Daredevil didn't expect that 4 powerful vampires from the Axe Gang joined the battle. Daredevil didn't expect that Lu Nian would suddenly appear to cover the retreat of the 3 gangs alliance. Daredevil immediately noticed Lu Nian's sudden change. This kid doesn't look simple. The battle between Lu Nian and the vampire baron continued. But Lu Nian has firmly gained the upper hand. Because of LV Nian's extreme anger, the X cells in his body began to be constantly active, allowing LV Nian to evolve from an Epsilon-level mutant to a Delta-level mutant. Facing a Delta-level mutant, the vampire baron had no chance of winning. LV Nian's strength, speed, physical strength and reaction ability completely crushed the vampire baron. In the second fight, it took less than 2 minutes for LV Nian to knock the vampire baron down. How is it? Do you want to fight again? LV Nian suddenly evolved into a Delta-level mutant and felt that he had inexhaustible power in his body. LV Nian now just wanted to fight, fight non-stop. The 4 immortal vampires naturally became the best targets for LV Nian to vent. The vampire baron threatened with a miserable face. How dare you treat me like this? I swear, you will be hunted by the vampire clan for the rest of your life, until you die. Oh, very good, that's great. After LV Nian finished speaking, he punched the vampire baron. The other 3 vampires would not sit by and watch their master being beaten by Lu Nian. They all rushed up to rescue him. Seeing this, Lu Nian thought to himself, good job. Lu Nian kicked the vampire baron under his feet away and fought with the other 3 vampires. Less than a minute later, the 3 vampires fell to the ground with bruised faces. Do you want to continue fighting? The vampire baron lay on the ground and continued to threaten. Boy, you are provoking a war between humans and vampires. You will pay the price for this. Ha ha ha. Do you think I'm a fool? When you attacked humans just now, did you ever think that doing so would provoke a war between humans and vampires? Now you put this big hat on my head? Dream on. As long as I kill the four of you, who will know that you have been here? You dared to kill me? Of course I dare to kill you. After Lu Nian finished speaking, he walked in front of the vampire baron and broke the vampire baron's neck without hesitation. HMPH, you are such a weakling. Lu Nian walked up to the other three vampires and broke their necks one by one. Daredevil, the best audience member of the show, couldn't help shaking his head when he saw Lu Nian's actions. You can't kill vampires by doing this. Lu Nian is still too young. When Daredevil was studying the vampire race, he magically discovered that vampires could not be killed by ordinary methods. Only sunlight, ultraviolet rays, crosses or silverware could completely kill a vampire. However, Daredevil did not show up to correct Lu Nian's mistake. As the vampire baron said just now, Daredevil did not want to start a war between humans and vampires. There were cameras everywhere in the Exquisite Hotel, and the scene of Lu Nian breaking the vampire baron's neck was also faithfully filmed. Daredevil did not take action now because he wanted to wait until Lu Nian left the Exquisite Hotel safely, and then find a deserted place to kill the four vampires. Doing this will protect Lu Nian. Daredevil had good intentions, but unfortunately Lu Nian didn't know. The leader of the Axe Gang had been scared to the point of peeing his pants by Lu Nian at this time. The leader of the Axe Gang had been in Brooklyn for many years, and he had never seen anyone as cruel as Lu Nian. After Lu Nian dealt with the four vampires, he walked in front of the leader of the Axe Gang. The leader of the Axe Gang knelt in front of Lu Nian with a thump and cried, "Mercy, forgive me. I won't dare to do it again. I can hand over everything in the Axe Gang, as long as you are willing to spare my life." Faced with the choice between life and death, the leader of the Axe Gang, like an ordinary person, chose to give in immediately. Lu Nian looked at the leader of the Axe Gang with a cold face. Lu Nian can forgive anyone, but he will not forgive the leader of the Axe Gang. "I'm sorry. I can forgive anyone, but I can never forgive you." "Why?" Question mark. "Because you colluded with vampires and harmed humans. You deserve to die." After Lu Nian finished speaking, he directly lifted up the leader of the Axe Gang with one hand. At this time, the leader of the Axe Gang could only keep making useless pleas for mercy. "Mercy, mercy, spare me. I won't dare to do it again, please." Lu Nian carried the leader of the Axe Gang and went straight to a window on the 5th floor of the hotel. "You are lucky. I will leave you a whole body." After Lu Nian finished speaking, he threw the leader of the Axe Gang out of the window. With a shrill scream, a generation of heroes, the leader of the Axe Gang, has become a historical term in New York. Garland and his men were outside the hotel, and heard the screams of his old opponent and saw his old opponent flying out from the upstairs. Garland knew that his great revenge was finally avenged today. Thank you, Lu Nian. Chapter 93 Evolution. Not long after, Lu Nian came out of the Exquisite Hotel with an M134 Gatling gun. All the Axe Gang members in the Exquisite Hotel were killed by Lu Nian without exception. Lu Nian would never show mercy to those who colluded with vampires. Garland saw Lu Nian coming out alone and immediately led his men to meet him. "Lu Nian, I didn't expect you to come." "Yeah, Johnny asked me to protect Uncle Garland. Thank goodness you came, otherwise, I would have died here today." The strength of those four men is so terrifying. Those four men are not actually what? Nothing. Everything is over now. But Uncle Garland, what if the police come? It doesn't matter. Gang fights like this happen frequently. Even the Brooklyn police have to give face to our three gangs alliance. When the police come, at most they will clean up the bodies of the Axe Gang, and that's it. From now on, the Axe Gang's territory will belong to our three gangs alliance. Oh, Lu Nian did not expect that the New York police would not care about the deaths of so many people. Lu Nian, I know what you are thinking. In fact, this is the way of survival for the New York police, even if not all of them. It is most of them. The existence of the New York gangs is something they cannot tolerate, but they do not have the ability to completely eliminate us. They can reap the benefits of the gangs we are fighting like today. Moreover, New York gangs emerging endlessly and it is impossible to completely eradicate them. Today the Axe Gang is eliminated, and tomorrow the Dagger Gang may emerge again. So, Lu Nian, you, Uncle Garland, you don't have to say anymore. I understand, Lu Nian. In fact, the Brooklyn police know all the gangs in Brooklyn. Uncle Garland, I feel a little unwell, so I'm leaving first. After Lu Nian finished speaking, he threw the M134 Gatling machine gun in his hand to the ground, and then left without looking back. Garland looked at Lu Nian's departing back and shook his head helplessly. Boss, are you okay? It's okay. Cheer up. Today we have wiped out the Axe Gang. Let's go back and celebrate. Let's not go home until we are drunk tonight. Long live the boss. Long live the Dragonfly Gang. When everyone left the Exquisite Hotel, the 4 vampires who had fallen on the 4th floor of the hotel climbed up. 3 vampires knelt in front of the Vampire Baron. Lord Baron, what should we do now? The Axe Gang has been completely wiped out. Damn it. When have I ever suffered such humiliation? Being defeated by an ordinary human. This is a great shame for me. Lord Baron, I think that guy is definitely not an ordinary human. How can an ordinary human defeat our vampire clan? Yes, Lord Baron. I also feel that guy is not an ordinary human. No matter whether he is an ordinary human or not, he actually dared to openly insult this Lord Baron. I will make sure that he is dead without a burial place. The 3 vampires immediately answered in unison, yes, Lord Baron. The 4 vampires quickly jumped out of the broken window. If an ordinary person falls from such a height, he will either die or be crippled, but for a vampire, it is child's play. However, the 4 vampires do not know that behind them, there is a pair of righteous eyes, watching their every move. Not long after the 4 vampires ran out of the Exquisite Hotel, a figure flashed in front of them. Who are you? The one who sent you on your way. With the flash of silver light, the 4 vampires were quickly hit and turned into ashes. No, it's silverware. I didn't expect there are really vampires in this world. I didn't expect you are really afraid of silverware. This is the first time I use silverware to deal with vampires. You, who are you? Anyway, you are going to die. So it doesn't matter if I tell you. I am Daredevil. After killing the 4 vampires, Daredevil disappeared into the night. Lu Nian returned to Jenny's apartment with a heavy heart. Jenny had been waiting at home. When Jenny saw LV Nian coming back, she immediately threw herself into LV Nian's arms. Jenny received a call from Garland and learned about LV Nian's heroic performance tonight. Apart from anything else, just because LV Nian saved Garland's life, Jenny would be grateful to LV Nian for the rest of her life. Thank you, LV Nian. You saved my uncle's life. This is what I promised you. Of course I have to do it. LV Nian, thank you so much. Bring my uncle back safely. Jenny, don't thank me anymore. It's just a small thing. LV Nian, let's have a good rest tonight. I know you must be tired too. Go take a shower quickly. I'll wait for you in bed first. Okay. LV Nian walked into the bathroom alone and started to take a shower. At this time, an accident happened. LV Nian, as usual, tried to take down the shower head, but accidentally pulled down the shower head and the shelf fixed to the wall. Fuck, what's going on? LV Nian only remembered at this time that when he was fighting the Vampire Baron, it seemed that some changes had occurred in his body. LV Nian immediately stopped taking a shower, put on his clothes, and ran out of the bathroom. Jenny, I have to go out for something. I'll be back soon. After leaving these words, Lu Nian hurried out of the apartment. Hey, Lu Nian, where are you going? I've been waiting for you in bed. Lu Nian excitedly ran downstairs and immediately spotted a car. It was the same car that Lu Nian had not lifted up in the morning. Lu Nian walked to the hood of the car and stared at it silently for a few seconds. Lu Nian silently encouraged himself in his heart. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Then, Lu Nian began to prepare to lift the car. This time, the car did not beat Lu Nian. Lu Nian slowly lifted the car up. This unexpected change made Lu Nian ecstatic. Lu Nian threw the car to the ground and shouted excitedly on the sidewalk. As a result, Lu Nian's joy turned into sorrow. After the car suddenly landed, it immediately issued a shrill alarm. Lu Nian was so scared that he ran away. Lu Nian ran to a deserted place again and began to test his jumping ability. Lu Nian jumped high on the spot. Lu Nian jumped up to a height of at least 8 meters. It was twice as high as before. What happened to my body? Why did it suddenly become so strong? Lu Nian was stunned by the sudden happiness and didn't know what to do for a moment. Chapter 94. Fighting King Kong Cat again. Because Lu Nian was worried that Jenny would be lonely at home, he didn't dare to stay outside for too long. Lu Nian hummed a tune excitedly all the way. Just when Lu Nian was inflated by the powerful power, a figure suddenly appeared in front of Lu Nian. King Kong Cat gritted his teeth and shouted, "Lu Nian, I finally found you." Lu Nian was shocked to see King Kong Cat suddenly appear. "It's you. You're not dead." "You bastard are not dead yet. How can I die?" "Today is your death day." King Kong Cat's hands instantly changed into 2 claws and attacked Lu Nian fiercely. Although King Kong Cat's hands can change into various shapes, King Kong Cat, who is already familiar with using claws, still likes claws as his favorite weapon. Seeing King Kong Cat attacking him, Lu Nian didn't have any fear in his heart, but a little expectation. Lu Nian thought to himself, "It's just right to use you to test my new power." 2 Delta-level mutants started a life-and-death contest on the streets of Brooklyn. King Kong Cat and Lu Nian are both full of confidence. Both of them thought that they were the only ones who had gained new power. Bang! King Kong Cat's claws and Lu Nian's fists collided fiercely in the air. As a result, Lu Nian and King Kong Cat each retreated 5 steps. How is this possible? After one move, both of them showed an expression of disbelief on their faces at the same time. King Kong Cat originally thought that his revenge this time would be a sure thing, but King Kong Cat did not expect that Lu Nian's strength had also become stronger, and was even comparable to his own. "I really underestimated you before. I didn't expect that you would become so strong in such a short time. I should have said this. I didn't expect that you would become so strong, but even if you become stronger, it's useless. I must kill you today. Since I can kill you the first time, I can kill you the second time. Asshole, you are looking for death." King Kong Cat was angered by Lu Nian's words, and waved his 2 claws again and pounced on Lu Nian. Lu Nian and King Kong Cat started a life-and-death fight again. King Kong Cat learned his lesson this time and stopped fighting Lu Nian head-on. Instead, he kept attacking Lu Nian's head with his claws. King Kong Cat secretly calculated in his heart, "HMPH, no matter how strong you are, you will die if my claws are on your head." Lu Nian saw through King Kong Cat's plan at a glance. Lu Nian thought about it and deliberately mocked, "Do you really want to make my head explode? I dream about it." Lu Nian dodged King Kong Cat's attack again and continued to mock, "Since you want that, why don't we discuss it?" "What is there to discuss? You will die today," King Kong Cat said, and his attack became more intense. Seeing this, Lu Nian was secretly happy. This guy is really easy to anger. In fact, when Lu Nian saw King Kong Cat again, the hatred in his heart had long disappeared. Because Lu Nian saw King Kong Cat die with his own eyes, he left. Although he didn't know why King Kong Cat was still alive, in Lu Nian's heart, the previous King Kong Cat was dead. But for King Kong Cat, it was another matter. Lu Nian killed him once, and this hatred alone is irreconcilable. So King Kong Cat is now determined to kill Lu Nian. King Kong Cat saw that he could not take Lu Nian down, and he was anxious. "Hey, how about we stop fighting, daydreaming? I must kill you tonight. You can't kill me. What if I am included?" At some point, a figure suddenly appeared at the end of the street. King Kong Cat was overjoyed to see the person coming. "Mr. Azazel, you are here to help me get revenge, right?" Azazel ignored King Kong Cat. Azazel walked to Lu Nian with a cold face. "My luck is so good that I found another Delta-level mutant." Hearing this, Lu Nian couldn't help but ask back, "What, Delta-level mutant? You know mutants?" Hearing this, Azazel showed a hint of approval on his face. "You are much better than that guy. At least you know the existence of mutants." "Yes, I am also a mutant, and I am an alpha-level mutant." Hearing this, Lu Nian was shocked and said, "Alpha level? Then you are very powerful?" But Azazel did not answer Lu Nian's question. Azazel stretched out 2 fingers to Lu Nian. "Boy, now, I will give you 2 choices. The first is to join our Hellfire Club. As for the second, just die. After Azazel finished speaking, he looked at Lu Nian coldly. At this moment, Lu Nian felt the real threat of death. Even before, facing the siege of the Axe Gang, Lu Nian had never had this feeling. Lu Nian knew that if he made the wrong choice, Azazel would definitely kill him immediately. In the face of life and death, Lu Nian chose to give up immediately. It is good to be a hero, but the premise of being a hero is that you have to be alive. I choose to join the Hellfire Club. King Concat roared immediately after hearing Lu Nian's answer. No, but after Azazel glared at King Concat fiercely, King Concat immediately became honest and stood quietly. Azazel turned around and said to Lu Nian with a gentle face, "Very good. You are much more useful than that guy over there. Welcome to join the Hellfire Club. My name is Azazel." "Hello, Mr. Azazel. My name is Lu Nian." Azazel took out his mobile phone and bank card as usual. "Lu Nian, from today on, you are a member of the Hellfire Club." "Thank you, Mr. Azazel." "No need to thank me. This is the rule of the Hellfire Club. The guy over there also has it." After Azazel finished speaking, he pouted in the direction of King Concat. Lu Nian looked at King Concat with a gloating smile on his face. The moment Lu Nian chose to join the Hellfire Club, Lu Nian knew that King Concat would not be able to do anything to him in the future. "Mr. Azazel, what do I need to do after I join the Hellfire Club?" "Nothing at ordinary times. However, when this phone rings, you must complete the task." "What will happen if I don't complete the task?" "Death." Azazel's answer was concise and clear, but after hearing it, Lu Nian couldn't help but shudder all over. "Don't worry, we rarely issue tasks. Sometimes we only issue one task every few years." That's good. Lu Nian couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Chapter 95, Aftermath. Azazel did not stay for too long and left soon, but before leaving, Azazel warned King Concat not to cause trouble to Lu Nian again. "Mr. Azazel, Lu Nian and I have an irreconcilable feud. The Hellfire Club does not allow internal members to fight each other, if you don't follow the rules." Azazel paused here deliberately and made a gesture of wiping his neck with his hand. King Concat clenched his fists and glared at Lu Nian with fire in his eyes. But King Concat gradually suppressed his anger. King Concat knew that Azazel was definitely not joking with him just now. If he attacked Lu Nian again in the future, Azazel would definitely kill him without hesitation. Faced with life and death, King Concat naturally chose life. This is strength. In the face of absolute strength, the weak can only succumb to fate helplessly. After Azazel left, Lu Nian walked in front of King Concat. "Although you killed my two best friends, I also killed you once. We are even now." "You are an asshole. I don't know why you have such a strong hostility towards me, but now that we are all members of the Hellfire Club, we should help each other in the future, right?" "Help each other? You are dreaming. I curse you to have a bad death in the future. Haha. Since we are all mutants, why should we make things difficult for each other?" "Humphrey, I would rather die than see you again," King Concat said, and then he jumped and disappeared in front of Lu Nian. "Hey, I wanted to ask this guy about the Hellfire Club. Now it seems that I can only think of another way." Lu Nian took out the mobile phone and bank card given by Azazel and checked them. The mobile phone is small and exquisite, well made, and even waterproof, but this mobile phone has only one function, which is to make calls. As for the bank card, it is a Citibank black card. The amount in the card is the same as King Concat's, also $10 million. Lu Nian put away the mobile phone and bank card and walked towards Jenny's home. "LV Nian, you said you'd be back soon. It's been almost 2 hours." As soon as LV Nian got home, she was questioned by Jenny. I'm sorry, I really didn't mean it. I just ran into an old friend when I went out. We talked for a long time and forgot the time. I'm so sorry, Humphrey." Jenny was obviously not very satisfied with LV Nian's answer. LV Nian knew that she was in the wrong, so she had to keep apologizing to Jenny. When a woman is right, she will definitely not let go, especially between boyfriends and girlfriends. The woman will definitely take advantage of the victory and force the man to have no choice but to sign a lot of unequal treaties that humiliate the country. How sad, how sad. LV Nian was now forced by Jenny to promise a lot of things. No matter what he could do or couldn't do, Lu Nian just kept nodding and saying yes. Finally, Jenny vented all her emotions and calmed down again. Hutilda, it's finally over. Seeing this, Lu Nian couldn't help but let out a long sigh. But when Jenny saw Lu Nian like this, she immediately started to get mad again. God, save me. At this moment, Lu Nian's heart was quite broken. Lu Nian would rather fight King Kong Cat for 300 rounds and fight to the death than face a chattering and resentful woman again. After signing a new bunch of unequal treaties that humiliated the country, Jenny finally let Lu Nian go. Jenny took away all of Lu Nian's assets, except for his mobile phone. Lu Nian thought thankfully, fortunately, I still have the $10 million that Mr. Azazel gave me, otherwise, I would really become a pauper now. From now on, Lu Nian will be able to enjoy a welfare benefit of $100 per week. Because she had to go to work the next day, Jenny went to bed early. Lu Nian lay in bed, unable to fall asleep for a long time. Lu Nian took the phone and searched for Hellfire Club. But obviously, such a search is meaningless. There is no information about the Hellfire Club on the internet. What kind of organization is this Hellfire Club? Lu Nian was full of curiosity about the Hellfire Club. Azazel didn't explain too much to Lu Nian. Lu Nian was just trying to survive at that time, so he didn't dare to ask Azazel too much about the Hellfire Club. It seems that I can only ask King Kong Cat. That guy must know some inside information. After all, he joined the Hellfire Club before me. But where's that guy hiding now? Oh, what a headache. But Lu Nian didn't know that King Kong Cat actually joined a few days earlier than Lu Nian, and King Kong Cat also knew very little about the Hellfire Club. Lu Nian only cared about improving his own strength and speed, but ignored other things. Every mutant who evolved to the Delta level will awaken a superpower. King Kong Cat's superpower is that his claws can change freely, and the superpower that Lu Nian awakened has not been discovered by Lu Nian. February 18th is another new day. In the morning, Lu Nian and Jenny went to the fast food truck in Brooklyn Park to have breakfast together, and then Lu Nian sent Jenny to work at Garland Restaurant. Lu Nian, although you can live without looking for a job, however, I still hope that you can find something to do, not just wandering around the streets every day, although I know that you don't have any money to squander. But, Jenny, I know what you mean. Don't worry, I will find a stable job as soon as possible. Yes, as long as you understand what I mean. Hearing this, Lu Nian showed a bright smile on his face. Yes, I understand you. When Garland saw Lu Nian, he did not forget to thank Lu Nian. Lu Nian expressed his gratitude to the enthusiastic Garland. After leaving the Caribbean restaurant, Lu Nian decided to find something to do. Lu Nian first came to the Exquisite Hotel. Lu Nian wanted to see with his own eyes how the Brooklyn police would deal with the aftermath of the Exquisite gang. A cordon has now been set up outside the Exquisite Hotel. Lu Nian saw many police officers coming in and out of the Exquisite Hotel. One body after another was carried out of the hotel. People passing by seemed indifferent to this and did not stop to watch the excitement. Only a few reporters, like sharks smelling blood, happily rushed to the scene to interview the police officers in charge of the case, but were ruthlessly expelled by the police. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 96. Lu Nian starts a business. It seems that what Uncle Garland said last night was true. These policemen really don't plan to investigate further. Lu Nian saw that the police hurriedly left the scene after moving all the bodies away, and at the same time removed the cordon. Not long after the police left, Lu Nian saw Garland and his men come to the Exquisite Hotel and take over everything in the Exquisite Hotel. The Axe Gang's territory was officially occupied by the Dragonfly Gang. Lu Nian was only curious about one thing now: how the police would deal with the 4 vampire bodies. Lu Nian still didn't know that vampires could not be killed by ordinary means. After leaving the Exquisite Hotel, Lu Nian walked aimlessly along the road. At the same time, Peter Parker, who had just been bitten by a spider yesterday, suddenly found that he had unexpectedly gained superpowers. At this time, Peter Parker, like Lu Nian, no, a little better than Lu Nian, was an ordinary high school student in the United States, without any background, neither a rich second generation nor an official second generation. Peter Parker, like Lu Nian, is an orphan who has lived with his uncle and aunt in Queens, New York since childhood. In the morning, Peter Parker was walking on the road and could clearly see the movements of everyone around him at the same time, with 360 degrees of no blind spots. Spider sense. Peter Parker realized that his body was unusual and immediately ran to an empty alley to find out. Peter Parker looked at his hands and suddenly found that many tiny barbs had grown on his fingers. Student Master Peter Parker immediately realized that this seemed to be similar to the claws of spiders. In connection with yesterday, he was bitten by a strange spider. Peter Parker came to a conclusion at once. There was something wrong with that spider yesterday. The reason why spiders can crawl on the wall is because of the adhesion ability of their claws. Peter Parker looked at his hands, and an idea came to his mind, which he couldn't get rid of. Can I also crawl on the wall like a spider now? Peter Parker looked at the towering building in front of him and swallowed a mouthful of saliva with a gulp. Peter Parker made up his mind to try it. Push, push. Peter Parker tried it twice and found that his hands could really stick to the wall. Push, 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 push. So Peter Parker gradually increased his climbing speed and soon climbed to the top of the building. Peter Parker stood on a high place, overlooking the entire Queens, New York, and a sense of ambition arose in his heart. From this moment on, the story of Peter Parker, Spider-Man, officially kicked off. At the same time, our protagonist Lu Nian was still wandering the streets of Brooklyn. Although he promised Jenny to find a job to support his family, Lu Nian still had no idea. Because Lu Nian had $10 million sponsored by the Hellfire Club, he wanted to start his own business and do some business. But Lu Nian didn't know what business to do. Until Lu Nian passed by the door of a Pizza Hut restaurant, Lu Nian finally knew what business he wanted to do. By the way, I have learned pizza from my master for so long. How can I waste it? I want to carry forward my master's craftsmanship. Let more people taste my master's craftsmanship. Li Hu, Lu Nian's master, is someone Lu Nian will never forget in his life. In the cold society of Brooklyn, it was Li Hu and Li Mai who brought a ray of light to Lu Nian and warmed Lu Nian's cold heart. Lu Nian did what he said. If you want to open a pizza shop, the first thing is to choose a location. Although Lu Nian has $10 million, if he wants to open a pizza shop in a prime location in Brooklyn, he probably can't even buy the land. Lu Nian made a second choice and set his sights on the main roads. A pizza shop with good business can survive entirely on takeout, and dine-in will only account for a small part of the income. Throughout the morning, Lu Nian went around half of the northern part of Brooklyn to choose a location. At noon, Lu Nian came to Garland's restaurant for lunch. Jenny appeared in front of the service desk in a professional suit. Lu Nian, you're here. Jenny saw Lu Nian appear, regardless of the eyes of the people around her, ran out of the service desk, came to Lu Nian and took the initiative to throw herself into his arms, plus a kiss. Jenny, I have something important to tell you. Oh? Lu Nian told Jenny about his idea of opening a pizza shop. Unexpectedly, Jenny replied, then why don't you come to work in my uncle's shop? I want to be a boss. Being a boss is tiring. I know, but I want more people to taste my master's craftsmanship. It costs a lot of money to open a pizza shop. Do you have money? Yes, I'll borrow from my friends. Lu Nian decisively concealed the fact that he had $10 million in his hands. Actually, you don't need to borrow it. We have it at home. Huh? Did you forget? When you caught the bank robber, you brought back 2 purses. You must not spend that money. There's nothing you can't spend. That's your money. No, it's not mine. If I spend that money, what's the difference between me and the robber? Lu Nian, there's something wrong with your thinking. Huh? Did you rob the bank? No, since that's the bank's money, and you didn't rob the bank, why can't you spend it? It should be returned to the original owner. Lu Nian, don't be silly. If you hadn't shown up, this money would have most likely become a bad debt for the bank. It's just a matter of printing more money. Why do you care about the bank's losses? You have to know that New York bankers are all vampires. Upon hearing the word vampire, a hint of murderous intent immediately appeared on Lu Nian's face, but it was gone in a flash. But Jenny still felt the strong murderous aura that Lu Nian exuded at that moment. Lu Nian, I don't mean anything else. Don't be angry. If you want to pay it back, just pay it back. I won't say anything. I'm sorry, Jenny. I just lost control of my emotions. But it has nothing to do with you. I hate vampires. Jenny, you're right. I can't give the money to those vampires cheaply. I've decided to use this money to open a pizza shop. Great. Jenny immediately showed a bright smile on her face. For Jenny, minus the money for Lu Nian to open a pizza shop, the rest of the money will go into Jenny's pocket. Lu Nian went out for 2 hours last night, and Jenny was really bored at home, so she counted the money in her purse. Adding up the two purses, there are more than $630,000. Chapter 97, Lu Nian's Entrepreneurship, continued. Lu Nian quickly chose the address of the pizza shop. The location of the shop should not be too far from the city, nor too far from the main road. Lu Nian finally chose an ice cream shop on Cook Street, not far from White Street. This ice cream shop, called 168 Cook Street Corporation, is located on the first floor of a building and has been open on this street for many years. Because of its location, the business of the ice cream shop can only be considered average. If you want to eat the ice cream in this shop, customers must first walk into the alley. The area of this ice cream shop is very small, and the shop can only accommodate 4 or 5 tables of guests. But for Lu Nian, this store is perfect. Because this store is close to White Street and Cook Street, it is very suitable for delivery and can cover more than half of the commercial district in Brooklyn. After some bargaining, Lu Nian bought the entire store for $300,000. Considering the location of this store, the price of $300,000 is reasonable. Lu Nian took out another $20,000 and began to renovate the ice cream shop. The renovation would take at least a week, so Lu Nian was temporarily free again. In the afternoon, Lu Nian went to Garland's restaurant and told Jenny the good news. $300,000 to buy a store? Are you sure it's okay? The location of the store is good. It's worth the upgrade. I'll take you to see it when you get off work. Okay, as long as you think it's suitable. You must remember to go and complete the procedures for opening a pizza shop. Of course, I'll do it after the renovation is finished. No, you have to go and complete the procedures now. Otherwise the opening time will be delayed. Also, you have to think of the name of the store in advance. I've already thought of the name of the store. It's called Jenny Chinese Pizza. Use my name as the store name? Why not use your own? I have a hunch that it would be better to use your name as the store name. Thank you. How about Jenny? Help me with the procedures for opening a store. Your uncle runs a restaurant. You must know what procedures are required to open a restaurant. Then are you going to transfer the store to me? Sure. $300,000. Are you giving it to me so readily? It doesn't matter. Anyway, the money I make from the store is for supporting you. Lu Nian, thank you. Jenny was so moved when she heard this that she rushed over and hugged Lu Nian tightly. Jenny, these are what I should do. So what do you do these days? I go to the store every day to watch the workers decorating. You don't have to watch 24 hours a day, do you? Of course. What about the rest of the time? What do you plan to do? I plan to go around and visit other pizza shops in Brooklyn to learn how to run a business. By the way, Jenny, when my store opens, you can also come to my store to help. Okay. Jenny agreed to Lu Nian's request without hesitation. Lu Nian ate lunch alone. Jenny was at work, so she couldn't eat with Lu Nian. When Lu Nian was about to leave, he happened to meet Garland coming back from outside. Garland was busy taking over the Axe Gang's assets all morning. The three gangs' alliance was disbanded with the extinction of the Axe Gang. The Exquist Hotel, the headquarters of the Axe Gang, and the nearby streets belonged to the Dragonfly Gang. As for the other industries of the Axe Gang, they were divided among the other two gangs. Half of the Axe Gang's assets belonged to the Dragonfly Gang, including the military armored vehicle. The strength of the Dragonfly Gang increased by several levels at once. Although many people of the Dragonfly Gang died in this battle, after obtaining a large number of arms from the Axe Gang, the Dragonfly Gang can recruit soldiers and expand its strength. Moreover, in this action of the three gangs to jointly eliminate the Axe Gang, Lu Nian showed his skills, so that the other two gangs dared not have any unreasonable thoughts about the Dragonfly Gang. Think about the terrifying strength of the four men in black, and then think about Lu Nian killing four men in black alone. Who is stronger and who is weaker on both sides can be seen at once by a discerning person. In their opinion, the Dragonfly Gang, with Lu Nian's support, can almost compete with Jin Bing. Garland is not so arrogant. Garland knows that Lu Nian's personal strength is very strong, but Garland knows even more that Lu Nian doesn't like to interfere in the affairs of the gang. Hey, it seems that I should find time to have a good chat with Jenny about Lu Nian's affairs. Garland now urgently hopes that Lu Nian can join the Dragonfly Gang and inherit his mantle in the future. However, this is destined to be Garland's wish and it is difficult to achieve. Both LV Nian and Jenny now want to live an ordinary life. When LV Nian and Garland meet, they naturally have to chat for a few words. Garland once again thanked LV Nian for saving his life. After LV Nian dealt with Garland for a few words, he hurriedly left Garland's restaurant. In the afternoon, LV Nian visited Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, Juliana's Pizza and other pizza shops to visit and learn, and to have a bite. Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and Domino's are all well-known pizza chains in the United States. Juliana's Pizza is a very niche pizza shop in Brooklyn that only makes the most traditional Napoli pizza. After visiting these pizza shops, LV Nian has a simple plan for the future business direction of his pizza shop. Although the United States is not the birthplace of pizza, pizza has been developed in the United States. The United States has formed its own unique pizza culture. Americans can eat pizza for 3 meals a day. It is said that the amount of pizza consumed by all Americans in a day has reached 40 hectares, 0.4 square kilometers. It is because of such a good consumer base that Lu Nian is full of confidence in his upcoming pizza shop. The pizza made by Lu Nian is Chinese pizza, which is obviously different from most American pizzas on the market in taste. Moreover, the pizza made by Lu Nian is mainly consumed by Chinese people. Lu Nian is confident that with his craftsmanship, he can occupy a certain share in the New York pizza consumption market. In the evening, Lu Nian came to Garland's restaurant again to eat. Since Garland is willing to reimburse, Lu Nian is also happy to save money. However, Lu Nian did not see Garland in the restaurant at night. Garland has moved the headquarters of the Dragonfly Gang to the Exquisite Hotel. However, the Exquisite Hotel is temporarily closed and not open to the public. After considering it, Garland plans to renovate the Exquisite Hotel. After all, the Exquisite Hotel was previously the property of the Exquisite Gang. Now that it has been changed to run by someone else, it naturally needs a new look. Garland plans to transform the Exquisite Hotel into an entertainment venue. The Exquisite Hotel has a total of 5 floors. Garland plans to transform the first to third floors into a high-end club that only serves the top people in society. Chapter 98 Trouble at the Door. Lu Nian didn't care what Garland thought. Lu Nian only cared about his pizza shop. However, Lu Nian still had some troubles to solve. The New York police were hunting for Lu Nian all over the city. In the eyes of the police, Lu Nian was an out-and-out dangerous person. Lu Nian beat up 2 bank robbers, damaged a Buick sedan, damaged public facilities, and robbed 2 money bags. What was even more serious was that Lu Nian killed several policemen. Although some things were not done by Lu Nian, George Stacy, who was unaware of it, still blamed Lu Nian for all of it. After dinner, Lu Nian sat in the restaurant, drinking coffee, playing with his mobile phone, and patiently waiting for Jenny to get off work. An ordinary day passed just like that. February 19th, a new day. Lu Nian and Jenny came to the fast food truck in Brooklyn Park early in the morning to have breakfast. It happened that 2 policemen also drove to the fast food truck here to have breakfast. The 2 policemen saw Lu Nian at a glance. "Look, is that the wanted criminal named Lu Nian over there?" "Yes, that's him," We are so lucky. We can catch a wanted criminal just for breakfast." Two policemen ran to Lu Nian and Jenny with excitement. The two policemen took out their pistols and pointed them at Lu Nian. "Lu Nian, put your hands on your head. Turn around." Lu Nian was stunned when someone suddenly called his name. "Didn't you hear it? Put your hands on your head. Turn around." Lu Nian looked in the direction of the voice and found that two policemen were pointing guns at him. This was the second time that Lu Nian was pointed at by a Brooklyn policeman. Lu Nian's heart suddenly had an unknown fire burning. "I strongly suggest that you two put away your guns. Humphrey, do you want to attack the police?" "Humphrey, I want to see whether you are faster or the gun in my hand is faster." Lu Nian heard this and showed a strange smile at the corner of his mouth. "Do you two really want to see it?" The two policemen looked at each other after hearing this. "Is this guy a fool? Seeing that I have a gun, he dares to resist. Maybe he has a problem with his brain." "Okay, don't worry about it. Let's take him back to the bureau to collect the bonus." Seeing that the two policemen had no intention of repenting, Lu Nian decided to teach them a lesson. "Since you're unwilling to put away your guns, let me help you too." After Lu Nian finished speaking, his body moved. The two policemen only saw Lu Nian's figure shaking in front of them, and the next second, the two found that the pistols in their hands were gone. The two policemen were startled and took 2 steps back. Lu Nian immediately returned to the original place, but there were 2 more pistols in his hands, which were the ones held by the two policemen just now. Lu Nian asked in a joking tone, "Now, you still want to point guns at us? You, how did you do it? How did you do it?" "This kind of thing is very common to me." After Lu Nian finished speaking, his body flashed again, and the 2 pistols returned to the hands of the 2 policemen. "Are you still pointing your guns at us now?" No. The 2 policemen quickly put away their guns. "Lu Nian, even so, you still need to go back to the police station with us." "Why? What did I do wrong?" "The wanted warrant says that you killed a policeman." "Me? Killed a policeman? Are you kidding me?" Upon hearing this, Lu Nian immediately became furious. No, that's exactly what the wanted warrant says." "Impossible. I haven't killed a policeman." Then can you go back to the police station with us to explain?" "Why should I go back to the police station to explain something I haven't done?" "That's true, but if you don't go back to the police station with us to explain now, other policemen will come to arrest you later." "Right. Humphrey, you two go." "Lu Nian, I think." "Get lost. Don't disturb me from having breakfast." Seeing that Lu Nian was angry, the 2 policemen fled the scene in a hurry. However, the 2 of them did not go far, but returned to the police car to ask for support. "Isn't it bad for us to do this? He let the 2 of us go, but we called people to catch him." "What's wrong with that? He is a wanted criminal, and we are police officers. It is only natural for us to catch him." "But I don't think he is a vicious criminal." "In this world, is there any murderer with the word murderer written on his face?" "Brother, please don't judge people by their appearance in the future." "But he has killed so many police officers. Why didn't he kill the 2 of us just now?" "This doesn't make sense." Maybe he just doesn't want to kill today." "Don't think too much. As long as we catch him, we can get a lot of bonus." In order to get the bonus, the other police officer had to choose to remain silent. After the 2 police officers left, Jenny immediately ran to Lu Nian and asked with concern, "Lu Nian, are you okay? What could possibly happen to me?" "Lu Nian, what they just said was a lie, right? You didn't kill the police." "Of course it's a lie. Why would I kill the police? Besides, if I had killed the police, why would I let them go just now? I could have killed them both just now." "That's true. I believe you, Lu Nian." "Thank you, Jenny. Let's finish breakfast and leave." "Okay." 10 minutes later, Lu Nian and Jenny were about to leave Brooklyn Park, but at this time, countless sirens were heard outside. Dozens of police cars rushed to Brooklyn Park and surrounded Brooklyn Park. When Lu Nian heard the sirens, he knew the trouble was coming. "Those 2 bastards. I shouldn't have let them go so easily." "Lu Nian, what should we do now?" "Jenny, you go first. They probably don't know you're my girlfriend yet." "No, I want to be with you." "Jenny, you'll distract me if you stay here. Those police can't catch me." "You go to work first. I'll go see you at noon." Jenny thought about it, and with Lu Nian's ability, the police really couldn't do anything to Lu Nian. So Jenny decisively left first. "Lu Nian, you must be careful." Lu Nian waved goodbye to Jenny. "Jenny, don't worry, see you at noon." After sending Jenny away, Lu Nian's face began to show a trace of hostility. Chapter 99 Clearing Suspicion. Lu Nian estimated that it would take some time for the police to find him, so he went to the food truck and ordered a sandwich. Lu Nian leisurely took the sandwich and strolled in Brooklyn Park, waiting for the police to come. Facing the vicious Lu Nian, the New York police dared not be careless. Hundreds of police officers took action at the same time. After receiving the report that Lu Nian appeared in Brooklyn Park, George Stacy immediately led people from Manhattan to Brooklyn. "I must catch this kid with my own hands, or kill him with my own hands." After Lu Nian evolved into a Delta-level mutant, his hearing was greatly improved. Lu Nian listened carefully and found that there were rustling footsteps coming from all directions. "Haha, it seems that there are quite a few people coming to catch me." Lu Nian showed a mocking smile at the corner of his mouth. With Lu Nian's current strength, he could escape the police encirclement with a few jumps. But Lu Nian did not do so. A large group of police officers, holding pistols, surrounded Lu Nian and slowly narrowed the encirclement. When Lu Nian finished eating the sandwich in his hand, the police just appeared. Lu Nian smiled and complained to the police around him. "You are finally here. You are so slow." The leading police officer raised his gun and questioned, "You are Lu Nian, right?" "Yes, I am Lu Nian." "Absolutely genuine. Come with us. I advise you to give up resistance honestly. There are more than 120 police officers here. You can't fly even if you have wings." "Haha, just more than 120 police officers. Is it amazing?" "What do you mean by that?" Lu Nian shrugged and said, "It doesn't mean anything." "Lu Nian, raise your hands immediately." Lu Nian ignored the police officer and stood there, motionless. Seeing that Lu Nian had no reaction, the police officer immediately became furious. "Lu Nian, you actually ignored me." Who knew? Lu Nian yawned, stretched, and walked out of the park on his own. The sheriff immediately ordered, "Catch him." Several brave policemen who were unaware of the situation quickly rushed forward, wanting to perform well in front of their superiors. However, before these policemen could touch Lu Nian's body, Lu Nian dodged them. The reason why Lu Nian stayed in the park was to resolve the conflict with the police. If Lu Nian escaped, Lu Nian knew that these policemen would definitely continue to pursue him. Instead of hiding all the time, he might as well face it bravely. The sheriff had long known that these men could not catch Lu Nian. The sheriff finally issued a new order, "Shoot." But firing at this time was obviously not the best choice. A large group of police surrounded Lu Nian. Firing at such a close distance could easily cause accidental injuries. Therefore, although the sheriff issued an order to shoot, the guns in the hands of more than 120 policemen did not fire. The sheriff was immediately angry when he saw that his men did not obey orders to shoot. The sheriff raised his pistol and fired 12 shots at Lu Nian, using up all the bullets in the gun in one breath. Under the watchful eyes of the crowd, Lu Nian staged a wonderful scene of dodging bullets in an instant, just like Neo in The Matrix and Wesker in the game Resident Evil 5 inches. Of the 12 bullets fired by the sheriff, 8 bullets flew away, and the remaining 4 bullets hit the 2 policemen on the opposite side. Seeing that his shooting caused accidental injuries, the sheriff immediately began to be afraid. "That's right, it's you. It must be you. It was you who used magic to let the bullet hit my colleague." The sheriff gave the blame to Lu Nian without hesitation. The sheriff's words made Lu Nian completely disappointed with the New York police. From now on, Lu Nian no longer wants to have anything to do with the New York police, let alone cooperate or help each other. Expectations again and again, in exchange for disappointments again and again, being framed by the sheriff in public. Lu Nian certainly won't suffer this loss. Lu Nian immediately retorted, "You are a sheriff, but you lied with your eyes open. Do you still have any shame?" So many policemen around saw it. "It was you who shot and injured your colleague. Do you still want to deny it?" The sheriff continued to argue, "No, it's not me, it's you, you did it. Everyone, shoot him to death." The sheriff was so scared at this time that he ordered his men to shoot Lu Nian. The other policemen saw that the sheriff shot and injured his teammates by mistake, so they would not be stupid enough to make the same mistake. The two injured policemen quickly left with the help of the other policemen. Ha ha ha. See, your men are unwilling to listen to the orders of you, the sheriff. Damn it. Lu Nian and more than 100 people were temporarily in a stalemate. Lu Nian could easily escape now, but Lu Nian deliberately chose to stay. Lu Nian wanted to wait for the important police to arrive at the scene before negotiating. After seeing Lu Nian's skills, the police dared not act rashly. It is a good choice to hold on and wait for help. George Stacy quickly led his men to Brooklyn Park. The sheriff heard from his men that George Stacy had arrived, and immediately took people out to greet him. Chief George, you're finally here. Tell me, what's the situation now? I have just led people to surround Lu Nian, but Lu Nian is still resisting in the park. He won't surrender. Humphrey, this damn guy. Don't worry, he can't escape today. George Stacy took out his pistol and ran to the scene angrily with his men. This was the first time Lu Nian and George Stacy met. George Stacy just glanced at Lu Nian, and immediately turned around and questioned the sheriff. He is Lu Nian? Are you sure you didn't make a mistake? Chief George, he is Lu Nian. Absolutely genuine. No, not him. I've seen Lu Nian. Lu Nian doesn't look like him at all. Chief George, I swear to you, he is Lu Nian. You don't understand. Get out of here. George Stacy put away his pistol and walked towards Lu Nian. Seeing George Stacy's action, the surrounding policemen were all worried for him. George Stacy walked up to Lu Nian and examined him. What's your name? Lu Nian. No, impossible. You are not Lu Nian. I have seen Lu Nian. You are not him. Lu Nian killed several of my colleagues. Even if he turned into ashes, I would be able to recognize him. It is definitely not you. Why did you pretend to be Lu Nian? How much benefit did he give you? Do you know what crime Lu Nian committed? Chapter 100 Clearing Suspicion, continued. Officer, there seems to be some misunderstanding between us. I am indeed Lu Nian. I have been to the Brooklyn Police Department. So many police officers in Brooklyn know me. By the way, I also know Chief Conan of the Brooklyn Police Department. He can testify for me. Conan? You actually know that guy Conan? Yeah, the Brooklyn police arrested me in the police station because of some misunderstandings. Later, we resolved the misunderstanding and they released me. Okay, I will verify what you said, whether it is true or not. I said all the truth. To be honest, I was very surprised today. I just came here to have breakfast, but I didn't expect to be surrounded by a large group of police officers. Haha. Since when did the New York police handle cases so efficiently? George Stacy heard the thorn in Lu Nian's words. If there is really a mistake in my man's handling of the case, I will apologize to you in person. But now, I will temporarily inconvenience you and accompany me to the Brooklyn Police Department. I want to find Conan in person to see if what you just said is true. No problem. Lu Nian followed George Stacy and left obediently. The police officers around were all dumbfounded, especially the sheriff, who was filled with immense resentment towards Lu Nian. Why didn't you just follow me back obediently? I wouldn't have accidentally injured my colleague. If Lu Nian was finally proven innocent, then the sheriff would have to take the blame for accidentally shooting and injuring his colleague. In other words, the future of this sheriff is basically bleak. If Lu Nian knew about it, he would definitely not have the slightest sympathy, but would applaud. 20 minutes later, George Stacy brought Lu Nian to the Brooklyn Police Department. New York police are one family. George Stacy and Chief Conan are old acquaintances. George, why are you in Brooklyn? Conan, long time no see. How are you? It's been a long time indeed. I'm still strong as an old man. Conan, I came here today because I have something to talk to you about. Ha ha ha. I knew you would never come to me for no reason. Tell me, what is it? As long as I can help, I will never refuse. It's not a big deal. I just want to ask you if you know a young man named Lu Nian. Lu Nian? I know him. He's a friend of Matthew Murdoch. George Stacy's face changed immediately when he heard that Lu Nian was a friend of Matthew Murdoch. I just caught a suspect pretending to be Lu Nian in Brooklyn Park. I hope Director Conan can help me identify whether this Lu Nian is real or fake. No problem. It's a small matter. After a moment, Lu Nian, Director Conan, we meet again. At this moment, George Stacy finally believed that this Lu Nian was real. "I'm sorry, Lu Nian. I made a mistake in my work." Seeing that the police chief was actually apologizing to him, Lu Nian felt a little favorable to George Stacy. "It's okay, Mr. Chief. Can my warrant be cancelled?" "Of course, we need to arrest the real murderer." Under the supervision of the two police chiefs, Lu Nian's warrant was revoked, and Lu Nian became a legal citizen of New York again. "Mr. Chief, I hope you won't make such mistakes again in the future. Don't do it again and again." Chief Conan immediately pushed the blame to George Stacy. "Lu Nian, don't blame me for what happened this time. It's all George's fault. He issued the wanted order, no matter who it is. I hope there won't be a next time. I just want to live a quiet life. By the way, I opened a pizza shop on Cook Street and it will be open soon. I hope you can help me then." Director Conan immediately made a big promise. "Ha ha ha. Lu Nian, don't worry. If you open a shop on my territory, I will definitely ensure the safety of your shop." George Stacy didn't stay for long. Now that the misunderstanding has been resolved, George Stacy still needs to lead his subordinates to continue to hunt down King Kong Cat. After Lu Nian said goodbye to Director Conan, he left the Brooklyn Police Department with a smile on his face. Now that the misunderstanding between the two sides has been resolved, Lu Nian will no longer be chased by the police. Lu Nian suddenly felt a lot more relaxed. After leaving the police station, Lu Nian went to Garland's restaurant first to share the good news with Jenny. "So you're fine now?" "It's fine. The police won't arrest me again." "That's good." "Lu Nian, I was worried that the police were looking for you because of money." "Ha ha ha. They're not looking for me. They're looking for a hapless guy." When Lu Nian was at the police station, he heard George Stacy's description of the suspect, and a figure immediately appeared in his mind: King Kong Cat. Although Lu Nian didn't hate King Kong Cat now, he still felt a little unhappy that King Kong Cat wanted to kill him before. Now the New York police are willing to help him out for free, and Lu Nian is happy to watch the fun. "Ha ha ha. Brother, I hope you can get rid of the New York police's pursuit. Otherwise it will be too boring." Lu Nian knew very well that with King Kong Cat's skills, the New York police would never be able to do anything to King Kong Cat. However, King Kong Cat is now wanted by the New York police throughout the city, and Lu Nian is very happy. After George Stacy returned to the Manhattan Police Department, he immediately found the most skilled painter in the Manhattan Police Department, drew a portrait of King Kong Cat according to his memory, and then issued a citywide wanted notice. After Lu Nian no longer had any worries, he began to concentrate on preparing for the opening of the pizza shop. Cooking equipment, kitchen supplies, tables and chairs in the store, etc., all needed to be selected by Lu Nian himself. For Lu Nian, who was opening a shop for the first time, these things were both interesting and a little tiring. Lu Nian needed to visit each store one by one, and then compare prices to choose the one that suits him best. Just like this, another week passed. On February 26, 2013, Lu Nian's pizza shop was finally renovated. During this period, Jenny also helped Lu Nian to handle all the certificates required to open a pizza shop. That night, Jenny and Lu Nian had another discussion. "Lu Nian, are you sure you want to open on March 1st? "Yes, I've thought about it. I'll open on March 1st. "Who are you going to invite to the opening?" No, my pizza shop is mainly based on takeout. I will invite a few middle school students to help me distribute advertisements on the street." End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.